Might be technical difficulties. It was muted. I'm your boy Lex. You already know. You used to this shit happening on the show. Today we're talking Moon Knight. We're talking Master. We're talking about the Multiverse of Madness, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the Justin Lin situation. So get ready. The show's about to start.
What is up, guys? Y este tipo sigue muteado.
I got fucking discombobulated over here. Rust.
That's what the wrestlers call ring rust.
And then right when we started, I put live, and then it was like Facebook doesn't want you to do a live video. I was like,
oh,
so that's literally why it took so long to start. I'm pressing live, and it says Facebook says you cannot create a live video, and I was like,
whoever
can you do it now?
This,
I can't. We're only on YouTube and Twitch right now.
Whoever watches this, like if you saw Nick doing this whole, creative, what you don't see is like 3 blocks of video off screen going, "You fucking muted."
Literal. I look down. I'm like, why the fuck is Oh shit, I'm muted. Fuck.
Exactly. Yep.
Like always, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
All good. All good.
I'm gonna keep on going with the routine, and I'm just gonna like mime the whole thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Shut the fuck up. It's an asshole.
Like,
That's how we do. That's how we do.
The funniest thing is like you look your most animated when you're muted. When the audience
Right?
comes
I was
back,
like,
you're
I was so
man,
into it. I was like, oh shit. It's been 2 weeks, yo. Let's get into this, motherfucker. Fucking
I'm professional. The fucking green screen is half on and shit. Like,
I wasn't trying
to.
Oh my god, you might as well just be doing this podcast in your fucking boxers and shit, scratching your nuts.
Bro, this is just
bro. Don't make me stand up. Don't make me stand up. What's going down here, bro?
This is just in. Disney could lose copyright for the original Mickey Mouse.
Sí, solo leí. That's funny.
What the fuck?
What
Yo,
the fuck was that?
Who handles their copyrights? They're constantly losing shit.
Yeah,
all the time.
It says here, Senator Josh Hawley has proposed a bill that could see Disney lose the copyright for the original Mickey Mouse, as it would reduce copyright protections from 95 years to 56. Hawley noted it is time to take Howley specifically noted it is time to take away Disney's special privileges. Yeah, right.
I'll be honest. I know exactly who's behind that. That's our local governor, DeSantis, who's trying to go hard at Disney.
Like, fuck Disney, bro.
Disney was like, yo, don't get fucking loud. We'll pull out.
Fuck them.
Ain't gonna be nobody visiting Florida for nothing if we pull out. So you better chill the fuck out.
Bro, word, son. That shit was crazy. Yeah. Y'all think y'all could just say whatever you want to say? Privilege is gone. How you like that, son?
Interesting.
Mismo se van.
I think I want to say that like Orlando's economy would collapse.
Oh yeah.
If, like Disney leaves.
But like, what exactly is the benefits that they're taking away?
I think it's something to do with like the self-governing shit. I don't know exactly what it is or whatever, but apparently Disney has established like they're the Vatican inside Florida or some shit. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm talking on my ass. But I think it's something to do with a law that they don't want to abide by because they consider
it's an issue with self-governing. So entity, correcto. Right?
So I'm not correct or I'm not incorrect.
I don't know. Yo no estaba pendiente de las cosas, de las estupideces que hace.
Sí, so they self-govern para el hecho de que they
pero sí.
Can you're not incorrect. So la cosa es que Disney, la forma que tienen construido, la cosa como lo tienen construido es simplemente que and then if they question rains, anything like that, they can just do it themselves, and instead of going through hoops con el gobierno de California.
Cabrón, is it my internet or is Orengo on BK today?
No, I'm disagreeing with him, so I don't make a big scene or whatever. But yes, we I understood it was California at the end of the day.
I was like, yeah. My shit is always lagging, so I'm like,
Yours is
I don't hear un
really smooth
carajo. I'm
today.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yours is very smooth today, bro. Like, yo,
I know, right? Los papeles se invirtieron. Tú te
they
fuiste a
they
Mayagüez.
they finally uh they finally gave you, you know, your up and comings at Burger King. You've been going so long. They're like, you know what? Give him some more bandwidth. He's only been using our Wi-Fi for like 30 years.
They gave me the LAN cable. They were like, you know what? Fuck it, just connect. You're always here. Just connect that shit straight in. Anyway, so anyway.
You're a special client.
Exactly. They gave me a Whopper and everything. Yo, I'm looking at CELY's fucking arrangement there, and I'm like just waiting. There you go. I'm waiting for somebody to pop out back there. I keep seeing somebody walk. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Doctor Strange. Ya mismo sale por ahí.
By the way, after a long hiatus, welcome back, Liquid.
Thank you. I've been taking care of shit.
Yes.
Thank you. I've been taking care of shit.
Very happy to have you back.
Yay. Thank you. Pero como dije, taking care of shit. Yo sí tengo mi propio gobierno en mi casa. I have my own police and everything. Dale, Orengo, dale. You can do it. You can do it, BK.
What happens? Do I freeze? What is happening?
Ahí volviste, te lo mapen.
Anytime you say Disney,
yeah,
anytime you say anything regarding Disney, it gets redacted.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know. It's not an internet issue, but the internet. I don't know what's going on. Not be chat. Just watch. Okay.
Vamos a seguir. Olvídate de Disney. Fuck them.
Right. Let's start with today's first topic.
Sí.
All right. So yeah. Before we get into the nitty gritty with Doctor Strange and with Moon Knight, let's go over just something that's a smaller topic, the whole Justin Lin situation with the Fast and Furious. I'm trying to remember. I remember the whole Zack Snyder shit that happened, but that was obviously for different reasons. I'm trying to remember when's the last time I've heard of a major motion picture, like what's going to be obligado, a blockbuster, like a director just leaving like mid-film. And it wasn't even really mid-filming. We're talking about what, first week? They just filmed like a couple of days, but off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember when.
Ant-Man, right?
While filming?
I don't know. I think Ant-Man, he left, right? Was it?
I think
there are scenes in Ant-Man that are literally were directed by what's his face, and then he left, and they still used them in the film.
Who was it? It was Baby Driver.
It was way before.
Really?
Wait.
That's what I'm trying to remember. It was
okay.
When the guy left. I thought it was before.
So how about the Star Wars one? The one with the Han Solo movie.
Han Solo, yeah.
They used. It was Edgar Wright, right? Right. They used like Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright.
Is he stuck in a loop with the guy?
Hello?
We can hear you. We heard Edgar Wright like 4 times.
Put the bananas back.
I expected him to be like a slow motion.
I'm alone in this world.
Edgar Wright.
You don't hear us? God, I heard him say, "I'm alone in this world." You can't hear us, Orengo?
He said, "Macho."
You couldn't have timed that any better.
I don't know what's happening.
Are you in a different spot? This doesn't look like the living room.
Por eso yo pregunté si estás en su casa.
Where's the green wall and the sofa?
Edgar
I
Wright.
can hear you. I can hear everything.
Ay, Dios mío. What a way to come back. Oh, he went to guineo mode.
He went in guineo. He said, plátano.
Yeah, he's gonna go full banana.
Well, I don't know. We could Google it. Wow, Orengo jumps through all the
I think that guy left.
I
think that guy left before they actually started Principal. I could be wrong. I think he left. I remember the Han Solo shit that you were saying, right? It was who did it go to? It went to who the fuck ended up directing Solo?
Was it Ron Howard?
Yeah, Ant-Man and Baby Driver.
Dallas Howard's father, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember who was originally directing that movie.
Which one?
The Han Solo Solo movie.
There you go. Ron Howard.
But there was somebody else attached to it.
There was somebody else that Chris Miller?
I think so.
Is Chris Miller the one that wrote Spider-Verse? I know there was two guys.
Uno era John, or I forgot his fucking name. Daly. Okay. Okay, John Francis Daly fue de Spider-Man. With, yeah, es que ellos son un dúo, ellos trabajan en equipo con Jonathan M. Goldstein.
John Francis Daly. Isn't he doing
What's
Dungeons and
up,
Dragons?
señor Trivia?
So,
Good.
yep,
trivia.
ellos dos son los que están haciendo la película de D&D.
He is from, if I'm not mistaken, Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, he is. Y también la película Waiting de...
And Waiting, yeah. He's the one that ended up with the goat.
Yep.
Yeah, that kid.
Oh, you leaned back there a little bit. I was like, hey, you don't need to show it.
Batwing, baby, Batwing.
You don't need to show it. We're good.
No way.
We get the reference.
All right, so yeah.
Okay, Phil Lord. Fire directors Phil Lord. Okay, Kathleen Kennedy fired directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, and then hired Ron Howard to finish Solo.
So damn, yo, it's. I was telling CELY and Orengo, yo, that shit is so crazy to me that somebody stepped away from I don't know how many millions he would have got because just he was so sick of fucking Vin Diesel. He was like, I can't do this shit no more.
It's not only that; it's that shit is costing that studio a fucking ridiculous amount of money, cabrón. Like I want to say, I saw the number the other days, and I mean, like when it all happened, and I think it was 330 million so far in production. Like they haven't even started shooting a lot of the principal shit yet. Like it was just, and it was costing them like I don't know how much a day to prolong the situation.
God damn, they haven't started filming yet.
I don't think so.
Nice, bro.
So and then it got really catty. Like the my boy Justin Lin was like he comes in, homeboy don't even know his lines, and guess what? He don't even work out. Motherfucker's looking just sloppy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like officially from his mouth, or is that like other people saying we've heard Justin Lin made these statements?
Supposedly that the sloppy shit hasn't come from Lin's mouth. I think Lin said like he changes shit up on the fly a lot, and he just can't. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that.
I can imagine. So yo, I know we're jumping 6 cars, but how about if we jump 8? I can imagine Vin Diesel just in his fucking ear, just saying like, yo, this is cool. But what if?
Vin Diesel was like, I want to use the physical carcass of Paul Walker and digitize the face on him, and he was like, bro, even I have my limits.
I want to recreate his accident.
Yeah, I want him to drive a Porsche and this time miss the tree. Like, like honestly, like I think Justin was just like, we can't do that shit.
He was like, now I know why the Rock left, bro. Now I understand.
That's what everybody's saying. That they're like, yo, the Rock was true. Like, you know, not.
He was like, the Rock was the first one that already makes enough money that he was like, I'm getting the fuck out. Fuck y'all. He was like, Tyrese can't say that.
Como yo le estaba diciendo Orengo, like this shit has no limit. Like they have already gone super crazy, and like to top the last movie, they're just gonna have to go to Jupiter or some shit porque it has gone so far.
I'm telling you, I keep on telling you guys, we've gone down this fucking road 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You do a crossover with Transformers.
Eso es lo que falta.
I still haven't seen that movie. Cars. Like
it's still today, and I still haven't seen that shit yet.
What are you talking about?
Fast 9?
The last Fast and Furious. I haven't seen it yet.
Yo tampoco.
I haven't seen it. Dude, we've talked about it so much. I feel like I already saw it. You told me everything that happened. We've discussed it for so many months.
That movie has to be experienced because it's so many levels of what the fuck were you guys thinking? Like what? I was watching that shit. I'm gonna be just open and honest. I watched that shit pirateado or whatever, and the quality. I watched it both ways. I watched it pirateado and then I actually went again to go see that shit in the theaters.
Wow, sí, porque no podías creer que la película
I was like, I was like, maybe because I literally said like maybe because I took away the experience for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the theaters it feels different. I was still dumbfounded in the theater. I was like, this shit is actually happening.
I got to the part. I got to the part where the car looked like it fell on Tyrese, and like he walked around. I got until that, and that's like the beginning. That's pretty much early on.
And they self-referent. They make yourself like they do a self-referential thing of like, why? Because we're indestructible now. I was like, what?
Like, yo, we're superheroes. We got. Did they say it in the movie, or was that somebody else? Like one of us bullshitting about the nanobites or some shit.
No, I think he literally said like, yo, like we've literally like done this, done that, and done this. Like we're indestructible. Like what else? What's gonna kill us? And I was like, you know what? Like, there's no logical explanation now for the type of shit that they done. So you have to introduce something like, yo, you know what? You guys were regular humans, but Mr. Nobody, you know, been spiking your drinks with nano machines like they did to Idris Elba.
And that's why that already exists in that world.
Yeah, yo, they have a black Superman before DC.
Like for real, that's this in that fucking world, yo. Yeah, like it's not a stretch. So it really for them to be like, yo, we are superheroes. We have that shit in our body, yo.
So the interesting thing would be what was suggested to Justin Lin that literally pushed him over the edge and was like, this is enough. He literally said, I believe that's an actual statement. He says like my mental sanity is more to me than like being on the set or something like that.
Bro,
like,
that video?
I was like, oh yeah.
that video was hilarious. That video, Vin Diesel comes off in that video like one of those fucking bullies.
Have
like
you seen this?
He had prepped what they was gonna say beforehand. He reminded, okay, you know what you're gonna say, right? All right. And he records, this is gonna be the best movie. And like this guy doesn't talk. He gives him the rabito del ojo, right? Right? Yeah, best ever. Ooh, I was like,
yeah. He posted a super cringe video. Cabrón, we could play it. We won't get taken down for that.
No,
I don't give a fuck. We're on Facebook right now. I don't give a fuck.
So let me. Well, fine.
Get your
put it up.
Yeah, your internet. Just do it. He fucking came out before this guy quit. Vin Diesel came out with a video where he's just recording himself asking this guy's questions, and Justin Lin is just sitting down like this, defeated, like, this is gonna be the best movie ever. Yeah, it is. He said some shit. He was like, it's gonna be an epic goodbye. Like, this guy looks so fucking stressed. He looks like he's just so tired of Vin Diesel's bullshit.
Let me see. All right, give me a moment. Hold on. So,
es que te lo creo.
Check it out.
That shit is so hilarious, bro.
Espérate. Give me a moment. Hold on. Don't select it yet. All right. If somebody could hit the share button.
I got you.
Oh wait, I don't know if I'm sharing audio though. God damn it.
I see his mute though. Take the mute out. We gotta check.
What do you think, Justin?
Can you hear it?
Week 1. Just finished week 1. How does it feel?
Can you hear it?
Like the beginning of an epic ending. Is it fair to say that this will be the best one? In my heart.
He's out of his face. Yo, rewind that shit. You see his fucking face? He was like, is it fair that this is gonna be the best one? And he doesn't say.
Hold on.
Es como que.
That Justin, I don't hear you, Justin. We went over this.
Look at. Hold on. So.
Bruh. No puede ser.
What?
Es que la cara es idéntico, mano.
Cabrón, it's those eyes. It's like if you're in a Puerto Rican family, you've seen the rabito del ojo.
What do you think, Justin?
Yep.
Week
Yeah,
1.
the rabito del ojo.
Finished week 1. How does it feel? Feels like the beginning of an epic ending. Is it fair to say that this will be the best one?
Oh God, no.
In my heart, yes.
Él dijo with my heart, yes.
He's like, I guess.
You're paying me to say this, motherfucker.
It looks like he's looking off camera. He's like, somebody save me, please. He's gonna hit me if I say no. Like,
Cabrón, that's exactly how it looks. Like he's like, I don't want him to hit me again. Okay, just film it. He looks down and he has the script right at his feet. Yeah, it's gonna be an
Yeah.
epic ending. Yeah, this will be the best one. Count on that shit. Vin Diesel's coming off like an asshole now, bro.
Es que dime tú, these movies are getting fucking ridiculous. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Like Sally said, where the fuck they're gonna go now? Honestly, and with this one being in the shitter, that costs you so much money. They still have another one after it.
Bro, they got
no fucking
Aquaman.
way.
They got Aquaman. They're going underwater, baby. That's what's going down in this fucking
Eso es lo
movie.
que falta.
It
Well,
was
no
like we went
tanto.
to space, we went to planet. Now let's just go under, baby. Journey to the middle of the earth. We're gonna stop a catastrophe. We gotta save the whole entire planet now.
I agree. I totally agree.
Hey,
Es que no sé.
maybe the cars go underwater now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yo lo que pienso es que es como que él quiere salvar su carrera a este punto. Como que si él hace esta película de la manera que lo están tratando, de la manera de todo lo que le están diciendo y bla, 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 maybe él dijo, ¿sabes qué? Maybe this movie will be the one that will fuck up my career and I'll never get hired ever again. Aunque con los chavos que tiene, ¿qué carajo?
Hell yeah. Shit. All the money that all of those motherfuckers gotta be making just because of these movies. Shit.
Sí.
I
Like sometimes
just-
I do understand why these people keep working because you know they're able to do what they love, right? These people are able to do what they love with tons of millions of dollars. Porque no vamos a hablar claro, esta gente no está pelando ni para el carajo. Pero debe de llegar algún momento que tú dices, coño, I should retire or I should do other things. I should stay home. En vez de venir para acá a ver este script tan ridículo y like watch and make millions. Y es como que, pero tu carrera, ¿dónde está? Where's your self-worth, I guess, in your
That guy-
career? Porque
That
es que
guy
no-
he's still on set. He's still a producer. He's
Oh,
like, I'm not
God.
leaving completely. He's like, I'm not leaving completely. I just don't want to have to show up every day to set and see this fucking guy's face. He was like, I'll produce. I'll fix the shit in the background. I just don't want to see this fucking guy every day. I can't do it.
Yeah, yo
I
creo
don't-
que debería retirarse.
Maybe fucking Momoa wasn't even part of the thing, and he was just like, I want to add Momoa. I want to add Atoko. I want to make a fucking new character for Momoa. Make a new character from like I could see that happening, yo.
That you already know. We don't have to explain it on this fucking show. We already know. Momoa's in it. I'm going to see this shit in the movie theaters. That's not something that we have to talk about. I'm seeing Momoa's in it. I'm seeing this shit. I just want to see Momoa play a villain. I hope that like, cause Charlize Theron is in it too. So Charlize Theron for like a couple, but like the past two, she's been like, you know, like around. She wasn't the main. I'm if I'm not mistaken, she's not the main villain in the last one, is she?
She's like the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. She's in it. She's in
And
it.
she's
She's
in
the one that's
before this.
yes.
Before that one too. Yeah, right.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if she's just, you know, the main villain again, and fucking Momoa is just like a fucking henchman, somebody just like a hitman, somebody nasty and shit.
Momoa's gonna play Letty's long lost brother. And
Cabron, you say that shit to me, and the
Letty's
funny
long
thing is,
lost brother, and the reason why he has some shit against Vin Diesel because Vin Diesel got her into the life of crime. She was like a Catholic schoolgirl before she started hanging around with street racers.
Cabron,
So-
that's hilarious, Cabron, because like you say it, and I like literally I can see that happening beat for fucking beat, bro.
Esa es la jodienda.
Beat for beat, I can see that shit happening.
It's so
bro.
cliche that you can actually see it happen.
I tell you 1,000 times, yo, I'm Hollywood's diamond in the rough, son. I'm telling you. Holler at me, Hollywood. I'm here all day with ideas, yo.
Mira, a ver, yo no sé, apply for a job, dude.
I'm gonna go to Disney
Enough
Creative
with
over
Fast
there.
and Furious. Enough with Fast and Furious. Let's talk a little bit about fucking Moon Knight. Sally, did you get to see Moon Knight? Did you get to see the ending?
No, ¿tú sabes por qué? Tengo una razón bastante válida. My wife no ha visto desde Hawkeye para acá. So,
She hasn't seen nothing.
yeah, no ha visto Hawkeye. Ella esquipió Hawkeye. Ella vio Loki, no vio los últimos 2 episodios de Boba Fett. So, estamos desde ahí. Ella
Yeah.
dijo, ella pichó para el carajo. She was kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Well,
And
wait,
she
no,
said,
but if she hasn't, okay, so with Boba Fett, if she hasn't seen the 2 episodes, she's seen the entire Boba Fett already because then it becomes Mandalorian series again. So
eso sí, eso sí, eso sí.
she technically saw the Boba Fett show already.
Sí.
Ahora, I feel like I did the opposite. I seen all the episodes of Boba Fett that had Mando, but I think I missed like one
That means you saw 3 episodes.
Yeah.
and the first one. I know
Vamos a
I'm missing
see.
episodes. I know I didn't see every episode. I think I'm missing episodes. I seen the shit that was just Mando by himself, and then after that.
Pues, again, she's a big Star Wars fan. Y ella dijo, ay, me cansé. Like, no puedo con esta mierda. Yo voy a esperar. Entonces pasó Hawkeye. No pasó más nada entre medio de todo eso, solamente película, ¿verdad? So, ella pichó Hawkeye. Pichó the one before that, the one after that one. ¿Qué estábamos viendo? There's a bunch of shit that we've been watching. Jesus Christ.
Well, what if?
What If lo pichó también, pero era porque she wanted to see el corrido. Eso era. Pichó Hawkeye, What If, and Moon Knight y los últimos 2 episodios de Boba Fett. Porque literalmente no le estaba interesando Hawkeye y yo le conté más o menos. What If, ella pues también esperaba un poquito más cuando yo le empecé a contar que era como que the retelling of different things that we have already seen, especialmente con el primer episodio. Después de eso, pues, no quiso ver Moon Knight porque de verdad ella, pues, she didn't know. Y ella dijo, pues, I would like to know a little bit more about this character because it looks interesting and I love Egyptian history, pero no hay nada que la motivara. O sea, like legit. Entonces, después que vimos Madness, Multiverse of Madness, ella me dijo, you know what, quiero ver What If completo y de una vez aprovecho y veo las otras porquerías también.
Yeah, we'll get into fucking Multiverse of Madness. Pero as far as Moon Knight goes,
yo vi la mayoría. I skipped through the 5th episode, lo vi casi completo.
That's the best one.
I know, pero fue que lo vi que a las 3 de la mañana después de ver Madness.
How dare you, yo? That episode is like.
Oh.
I was fucking like almost in tears by the end of that episode.
No, yeah. Fíjate, I thought that I skipped through it, but as I'm recalling, I did skip through it the first time. The time when I was watching at 3 in the morning, lo vi hasta me faltaban los últimos 10 minutos.
Okay.
The last 10 minutes. Y no he visto el último episodio porque como me motivó, me dijo, let's watch all of this corrido. I was like, okay. Pero no hemos podido sentarnos a hacerlo.
So you're a very special case. I'm not trying to be funny here or whatever, but you don't mind spoilers, right?
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. So,
I don't burst una vena por esa mierda.
All right. So me and Nick, we could talk freely about this, right? And you won't get triggered.
No, sí, yo vi a esta loca. What's her name?
Scarlet Scarab? Did I get that right? Yeah. So
her.
We go, sign. Here we go.
So episode 5. Let's start with episode 5 before we jump into the finale, because we never got to talk about episode 5.
True.
Holy shit! Like, to me, the series was interesting, but when I watched episode 5, like, that was the hook for me. Like, that
was the fucking hook, bro.
That to me was like, I was like, oh my god. I was like, yo, this fucking character is so fucked up, and it's acted in such a good way, and the reasoning is so fucking good, and like the dynamic near the end where they basically show you one character. Did we talk about episode 5?
Nope.
No. Okay, so the reason why, like, for the reasoning behind Mark, right?
Yeah.
I get them mixed up. No, Mark Spector's the secret agent, the other one.
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah. The reason for Steven's existence. That shit tugged on my heartstrings so bad.
Yeah, hold on.
Like, by the end of the episode, I was just like, my mouth was on the floor. But again, like, it has to do, like, I've seen, like, we sat down one time and we watched the first episode of Legion. Like I've seen crazier acting, or like no, I'm sorry, like a crazier story
Mhm.
But
with
the
the
acting is
with the subject of mental health in like
different.
a comic book setting. I've
Yeah.
seen it done better, but the acting of Oscar Isaac is so fucking good. Like I'm
Yeah.
tired of sympathizing with this motherfucker. Like stop breaking my goddamn heart, Oscar
Yeah.
Isaac. Honestly, like
And
Yeah.
stop playing these characters, bro, because you're really like I feel uncomfortable how fucking bad I feel for you, and it's because your acting is so
yeah.
fucking good. You do it so well. You
So
make us
well, cabrón.
sympathize. You make us
Mira,
sympathize with every character you fucking come up with.
en estos momentos tiene que haber un cabrón en un cuarto oscuro con una vela escribiendo la película donde que va a hacer que Oscar Isaac gane su primer Oscar.
Cabrón, it was like truly, it was unbelievable how so many times we said, okay, the show is good. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4 is good. The highlight is fucking Oscar Isaac easily, you know what I'm saying? And then to get to fucking episode 5 and literally to see like everything we saw in our eyes was so good. Y con eso, motherfucker was holding back. He was like, I got you. Wait to episode 5. I'm imagining that's probably why they didn't show the critics like episode and 5 and shit. They showed them all the first 4, so it can end off with that hook. Okay, they're in the insane asylum. What the fuck is gonna happen? And then you find out actually what's actually happening.
Cabrón,
Mm.
even
Yeah,
the
I'm
fucking even the hippo goddess was likable.
So what?
Tower Rat was likable in the series, like in her little short stint. I was actually starting to like the goddamn CGI hippo. Ridiculous as it is, I was actually starting to like the goddamn goddess, the Tower Rat.
Fucking funny.
Tower Rat.
Yeah.
Let's get them right.
She was funny, but again, this is this fucking guy, yo, to be at that level, to act off of yourself, basically, but like he's not there in person with himself. So you know what I'm saying? He's doing his lines, he's reading his lines, or whatever, giving that fucking performance that he's giving. Now to recreate it from the other side, obviously we've seen that so many times, but at the fucking level, bro, at the fucking level that Oscar
Cabrón,
Isaac does it.
He gave
it's
you 3
crazy.
performances, cabrón.
Yeah.
He gave you 3 performances. We thought it was 2,
Mm-hmm.
but there's 3 peppered in there. There's 3. It's just flash. It flashes so quick, like you might not be able to pick up. It's 3 performances.
And
not even in the 5th episode. I'm talking about in the whole series. He's in there. The third personality is in there.
And
Can you explain to the people because I really want spoilers a este punto. Ya es over. Qué sé yo. Can you explain to the people where Steven came from and where Jake came from?
They don't show. They never tell us where Jake came from. We see Jake,
yeah,
but we never get the origins.
So you see Jake peppered in through the series. It's super duper subtle. It's super duper. Like you would maybe have to even watch it again from the beginning, episode 1, to see where you see him peppered in there. But the clues are there from the start that Jake is a third personality. It's just that they wait till the 5th episode in a post-credit scene to literally slap you in the face with it. But
the 6th episode.
Yeah, the 6th episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pues,
No, the
básicamente
fifth
que no
one.
That's why I was doing the question.
The 5th one is the confirmation because you see a third sarcophagus and there's somebody trying to get out.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, that was creepy. What just happened on your screen, CELY? That fucking light turned on and turned off. Like that shit was creepy as
bro.
fuck.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting for
Así mismo
somebody
como
to
me
just be like,
aparecen cosas gente aquí.
So they show you a sarcophagus in the 5th episode and somebody's trying to get out. That's right there. That's the confirmation already that there's a third personality or whatever.
Yo sé por qué.
So if you watch the series again,
yeah,
there's episodes where he uses a New York accent. I watched it literally, like I went to every episode and I saw it or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's like cabrón, his facial expressions change as well.
That's what's the most fucking crazy shit about this is you can have people play twins, you can have people play different personalities. They change their voice, but cabrón, the way his eyes are like mad open when he's fucking Steven. Yeah. He's like literally he doesn't have to say a word for you to know which personality he's doing. Literally his face fucking changes, yo.
So the fifth episode, it was very. I knew when they did that episode. I told Nick, I was like, the sixth episode. There's no way. There's no way that they technically go back into this. There's no way they end the series with this level of performance. We're gonna go right back into Marvelville after this is done. They gave you an explanation as to why Steven is. Do you want us to spoil it for you, Sully? Do you want us to
Yeah,
tell you?
she said,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Okay, so
Yeah, Tira.
Steven is made because Mark grows up. Mark loses his little brother in some weird accident.
But
or whatever.
remember specifically, his little brother used to play the character, Steven. He had the accent. Remember when they're going to the cave when they're kids? They're playing make believe and shit, and that character Steven exists.
Yeah, but he's like he's a character. He's like their version of Indiana Jones.
But that's
More or
Ah,
less,
just
or
this
whatever.
is
Yeah,
he specifically got that from
yeah.
based on that shit that he
But
saw when he was a kid.
so point is, his brother dies, and he blames himself, or he doesn't blame himself so much. His mother blames him for the death of his little brother. She's not subtle about it either. She
Yeah.
tortures the poor kid. She literally tells him to his face, like, "Oh, you envied your brother. You're responsible for his death." And then she starts abusing alcohol. She starts beating on him. So, Mark makes up.
Damn, I was fucking going like in and out of consciousness in that
Yeah.
fucking episode.
Mark makes up Steven in his head to basically live a life without all the traumas that Mark endured. At first, I understood it like Mark made up this personality to take the trauma from his mom. Como quien dice, yo hago este personaje que ese personaje aguante todos los golpes de la mãe.
Yeah.
But that's not the way it was. Mark made it so that Mark could take the damage and Steven could live a life where none of that ever happened.
Exacto.
It was so fucking good. And then they show you basically her funeral. So she passes away, and they have I forget the name of it or whatever.
She passes away, but he's already, he's not a kid anymore. He's basically Oscar Isaac.
Oscar, yeah. So he goes to like their ceremony, like the wake, their version of a wake,
Yeah.
or whatever. But he can't go in. Like he's so traumatized. He can't go in. Like he wants to pay his respects, but she also hurt him. He's dealing with
Can't
the loss.
forgive her yet.
And right there,
Okay.
he splinters again. Like the personality of Steven takes over or whatever. He has like a breakdown. Oh my god, it was so well acted, bro. I was like, this is so fucking heavy and so good. Like
It's so
this
good.
shit is
bro.
so good. And they basically explain to you like where Steven started taking over and Mark started like taking the back seat. It's very, 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 very fucking good. Very good. It was me. I was blown away. I was like, yo, if you would have given me fucking 6 episodes of this shit, I could have done with way less. Like I really could have done with way less. Like, I mean, you have to sell the hero aspect, the comic book, suit and all that shit. But if you would have given me 6 episodes, like without even showing me the suit, and at the end you showed me the suit, I would have been happy as shit. I would have been happy as fuck, man. But it's also it's a Disney Plus, so you gotta sell the fisticuffs and all that other shit. You had to show the suit. You have to show that other side of the character.
From what they're fucking reporting,
Yeah.
it looks like it was a good fucking decision because the fucking numbers for Disney Plus are fucking skyrocketing right now. Supposedly,
Well,
according to them.
the word is spreading, but it's spreading late. Like that's the thing with that.
But they're supposedly getting to the numbers that they had previously like estimated. Right now, I guess there's been a big ass push, and like I said, it has to do a lot with, like I said, like giving movies out. Like the whole fucking Red Panda thing. Red Panda could have easily went to the movie theaters, but to give
Oh
it,
yeah.
to give it to what you call it, to give it to the people that have the Disney Plus account,
Mhm.
like it's not for free because you gotta pay a membership or whatever, a subscription. But bro, those things are just gonna make people want to go ahead and get fucking Disney Plus more and more and more because there's constantly content somewhere. National Geographic for me, I don't give a fuck. National Geographic, bro, that's like the hidden treasure for me. I be watching that shit all the fucking time.
It's because you're old.
I mean, they got good stuff in National Treasure, like in National Geographic, cabrón. They got good stuff over there. Como que O sea, es como que más bien el documental que tú verías un domingo, hablando claro.
Did the Chris Hemsworth shit come out?
I don't think
Yo
so. Not yet.
todavía,
I don't think so.
todavía, si no, yo lo hubiese visto porque
But
de verdad se ve
there
bien
was a Will
interesante.
Smith version, right?
But it's very different because what happened was Will Smith goes like the episode they has, he goes and he's how you say it? He's like he's not testing his body so much. He'll go and he'll journey like 20 leagues under the sea or some shit, and they see all these fucking fish, and they talk about
It's more sightseeing and
how
discovery.
light works in different environments, and how when they get there, since there is no light, how all these animals, all these fish are translucent, and they create their own lights, and then he'll go to a volcano with a guy that's blind, and they'll tell you the vibrations that sound makes. The Chris Hemsworth shit, I think is about.
Well, they told me episode 11 was like out of this world. They told me episode 11 of the Will Smith shit. There's like an 11th episode and it's like fucking bonkers. You say you see it, right?
I was waiting for something. I was.
What are you talking about? You have seen it? You told me about this light shit. I thought you saw the 11th episode. Oh, okay, all right. I'm just saying. I heard it was dope. I haven't seen it.
I was waiting for something, nigga. I know you too many years, nigga. I was like, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
I heard he goes to like a room full of people and he's like, we're gonna see the noise that
reverberates
when I smack the fucking shit out of this guy in front of everybody.
I knew it. Nigga. I was like, what? This nigga gonna say something. I fucking knew.
They said, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's here to hear it, does the tree really fall? So if I'm here and I smack the living shit out of a comedian, will anybody ever give a shit? We're about to see. We're about to find out. Follow me.
Fucking that Chris Hemsworth shot. I'm interested in seeing it. But yeah, I think that's the difference, that he's pushing his own body to the limits to do. I don't think it has anything to do with like visiting different fucking places on the planet or whatever. I think it's about him. The Jeff Goldblum shit is pretty good too.
All right, so we're not here for the Lions of the Serengeti. We're here to talk about we're here to talk about Moon Knight. So,
Mala mia, I just found out something came out. I know it's for kids, but it has written all over. Something came out. Yeah, The Quest.
The Quest is a show that I saw.
It's a game show.
I saw The Quest like 3 years ago with a different name. It was basically a reality show that's made like if you live in medieval times and shit. And you had to do courses and all that shit. I think that was an ABC show. Now they revamped it and it's all like teenagers and shit.
Yeah.
That shit is like a dream come true. I was watching. I was like, I would fucking dream about doing some shit like that, bro.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Bro, you know how fun that shit gotta be.
Hold on, you want to turn into like Game of Thrones. You're like, where can I stab you?
Yes.
In the back.
But you know, you can figure it.
Billy, come over here. Come over here real quick. Come over here. All right, that's how we play this game. Like,
we're gonna go through the maze. I'm like, I'm the only one coming out. Hey, come with me real quick. What?
Okay, I'm just gonna watch it in the background.
It already came out.
Bonkers. Yeah. Por eso es, lo que ustedes están hablando, yo siempre, cada vez que hay estamos hablando de un show.
Cuidado con la confesión que va a acabar de hacer. Cada vez que ustedes están hablando, I'm watching shit, but I'm not really paying attention to you guys.
No, I am, porque yo voy buscando las escenas y qué sé yo para hacer mente y acordarme, porque puñeta, a veces nosotros nos mandamos buscando y mirando y viendo shows y viendo películas que sometimes it's a little bit hard to remember all the shit and what we have to talk about. Sometimes.
I was literally talking to my bro about 2 days ago about the Westworld shit. And I was like, yo, I literally almost have no recollection of fucking what happened in season 3. I feel like that shit happened so long ago. I'm watching the trailer for season 4 and I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, right?
I was like, didn't this one die? I was so fucking lost.
I'm about to lose my recollection of episode 6 of Moon Knight, and we don't talk about it.
Dale.
Go ahead.
Pero es eso, o sea, estoy viendo mierdas en el background en lo que ustedes me hablan de esto.
While CELY ignores us, no, I'm kidding. So anyway, episode 6 went back to kind of the normal Marvel fanfare or whatever, but I still was entertained.
I saw the colors. The color palette and all the fucking lights and special effects. This is Marvel now.
There was a fucking kaiju battle.
Yeah.
was a fucking kaiju battle, and I was
Bro,
like,
I
the fuck?
fucking said, I did
I
not
will
say that.
give the credit to Nick. Nick said, "What if they waste all the episode on? What if they waste all the money on episode 6?" I'm like, really? I don't see that happening. They wasted all the money on episode 6.
They wasted
They
all the
really did.
fucking money. They was like, you know
It was-
what? Episode 1, and nobody's gonna stop watching this show because the CGI looks fucking stupid. People are gonna still watch it. Let's save that shit. I didn't, in my wildest dreams, that I think we was gonna have a fucking King Kong versus Godzilla fucking fight in the middle of fucking Egypt. But I was like, okay, I fully understood. This is where the fucking went now.
It was entertaining though. Like it was very very entertaining the rest of the episode, and the part where like Mark went back for Steven, which I kind of didn't understand that because they're like on a spiritual plane, and his personality is like a manifestation of his head, like of his brain. So like it's illogical, but whatever. It's fucking Marvel, like you know what I mean. Like you can't go too fucking deep with these stories.
Yeah.
The part where he goes back to Steven, and they start sharing the body like in unison. That shit was dope to me. I really, really enjoyed that. And even the choreography, the little bit of fight choreography there was like really decent. It was really cool.
Yeah.
The way everything resolved, I was like, well, that's fucking weird. Like as the episode ended, I was like, yo, so he's basically saying, like, you know what? Now that our deal is done, fine. I don't need you two anymore. Or whatever. Layla being the avatar for Tower, yeah. I mean, like if you watch it again, everything points that if you watch the series from the beginning, everything points to that is gonna happen. Or whatever. Even Tower has a fucking scarlet scarab on her chest.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like it's funny. Like everything is very like it doesn't feel like it comes out of left field. It feels like they were building up to that. The twist of in the post-credit scene, they show you that after everything it gets resolved or whatever, Ethan Hawke's character is in a mental asylum, and then he's being wheeled to a limousine, and there's like a trail of bodies. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? I heard him speak Spanish in the first couple of minutes of that scene. I'm like, we're gonna fucking never hear the end of Nick's mouth because they're gonna show us Gael Garcia Bernal as the werewolf.
When I
saw that, I was like, I'm getting ready to hear when this is all said and done, and Nick watches this shit. I'm getting ready to hear like 2 months worth of. Did you see that? Gael Garcia Bernal.
You was gonna look out the window, bro. Look out the window, just see it. A splash.
Thank God it wasn't that, because when they wheeled Ethan Hawke into the limo, Khonshu was sitting inside the fucking limousine, and then he basically explained to you to Ethan Hawke's character that, you know, basically Mark Spector is more troubled than he believes. He actually thought that Khonshu wanted his girl as an avatar. That's not true. There's a third personality, and his name is Jake. And then the back of the limousine comes down, and out comes again Oscar Isaac. He looks like a Hispanic cab driver. He looks like
he looks like a scumbag.
He looks like no. Did anybody ever see El Patrón del Mal?
No, I remember it. I remember, but I didn't see it.
It's the Pablo Escobar shit. It's Spanish.
Oh, okay. Sí.
All right, Narcos. Fuck it, Narcos. Did anybody see Narcos?
Sí, Narcos.
Pablo Escobar has a fucking friend that's always with him that wears a fucking a little hat. He looked just like that fucking guy. He said, what did he say? Ahora es tu hora de perder. Te toca a ti perder. He spoke Spanish.
Yeah, something like that.
He spoke Spanish like, ahora te toca. And he fucking literally took out a gun and fucking capped this dude.
Cabrón, one of the most hilarious things about that was fucking Miguel literally was like, wow, this guy speaks Spanish really good. He went on a fucking journey. Then you go on a journey and find out this motherfucker is actually Spanish.
Oh no, that was before. That was before. That was before the thing. But yeah, I was like, I don't even see Oscar Isaac anywhere. I see Okan. Isaac. Shout out to my son. That's my son's middle name. Thank you. Thanks to his mom, because I didn't want that name, but his mom.
Nah, he was like, yo, that shit is what's up, sign.
Yo, what? Isaac. Straight up. No, but it was like those 2 episodes like really cemented that show. The rest of the episodes, it's just like very slow, not that deep build up. The thing that saves that series in entirety is Oscar Isaac. We've said it time and time again. But those last 2 episodes were very, very well done. They were very well done. There are things that you can nitpick or whatever, like that one scene. I think Orengo posted on it or whatever, where one of the bystanders goes, "Are you Egyptian superheroes?" I was like, oh, "Come on, guys! Like,
Métele un cantazo.
like we get it, we get it." I would like to know if people of, and I don't know if I'm getting this wrong or right. I'm assuming like that's Middle Eastern, right? That's considered Middle Eastern, right?
Egypt is in Africa.
All right,
Yeah.
whatever. My bad. African people of that area, people of that general area. Pardon my ignorance. If they see that people of that culture, if they see this show and they like, do they see, like, you know, the same way we feel about Miles Morales sometimes when we see him, like, oh, that's a Puerto Rican up there, yo.
That's what I was thinking, because there's scenes. Remember when the chick is getting like her passport and she's eating like this candy? I was like, I'm wondering if that candy is not just something on a plate, like if that's culturally something that's important. Like if
that's their pasteles with ajo con gandules.
A mí me gustaría pensar, mala mía, pero a mí me gustaría pensar de que no, o sea, que hay más allá de la cultura egipcia que lo que siempre se pone o que siempre se expone. Por ejemplo, pues esto mismo, que todo es los Egyptian gods and whatever, en vez de la cultura alrededor de lo que hay en Egipto como tal, que no solamente eso. Es una gran parte y es parte de su cultura, pero no solamente es eso. A mí me gustaría ver un poquito más allá también, pero es que literalmente, when people look at Egypt, they only see this. Again, I would love to see more. Pero realmente, ¿qué más hay para comercializar para Disney que eso? Y es algo que no es copyrightable como tal, se pueden hacer con eso básicamente lo que les dé la gana. So, yo estoy como que de los dos lados, como que prefiero ver más, pero they basically nailed it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if there's just things that go over our heads.
Yeah, I felt like the music was there. Like it gave me some of those songs I had to fucking I downloaded them. I have them on my phone or whatever. That last song's episode 5, that slow shit. I be listening to that shit all the time in my car.
That's what I'm saying. It's the type of thing we already had this conversation about representation. And when you see yourself, I think it was a week ago, I was watching this show that I watched with my wife called This Is Us. And there was an episode about one of the characters that his fucking name is Miguel. The fucking guy, right? The character, he's Puerto Rican. And in the show, is a bunch of white people and shit. So
I feel like I'm being boxed in here. It's Puerto Rican. He's fucking white as hell. Like I'm like,
no. He's not white. Everybody else is white. He's like my skin color, but he's the only Puerto Rican one. And so when he's he's already old. The show goes back and forth, so it's just flashbacks. So when they're showing them getting married, I was like, I don't know. I'm watching a show on NBC, and you see this little viejita making arroz con gandule, putting the fucking banana leaves, a plate of pateles, and I'm like, yo, look at this shit on NBC. I'm with Yancy, and I'm like so fucking proud. I'm like, they got fucking pateles on NBC. What? Now, like I was watching this shit, and you see the little things. You know what I'm saying? Like those little fucking candies that are like sesame seeds, ajonjolí or whatever that shit.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, we know about that shit, the little fucking guava candy. So I'm wondering if there's things in Moon Knight that just go over our head because we don't know. You know, we don't know what to look for because it's not our culture and shit.
Yeah.
And
I'm like super curious. I'm like, I haven't heard any complaints. I haven't heard anybody like
eso es algo. Sí, eso es otra cosa.
I haven't heard anybody like, oh, this is fucking culturally insensitive. Like, we're not all about just fucking Egyptian gods and shit, or we're not all about like the desert market or the bazaar. Like, what the fuck? Show more shit. Like, I haven't heard the complaints. That doesn't mean they don't exist.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they don't. I wonder if we haven't heard them because they landed it. We just don't know what they landed because we don't know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? There's little things here and there, but since it's not our culture, we're not like, oh, like you already know. If I see a fucking movie in Marvel and all of a sudden, like when fucking Spider-Man goes to the bodega, if I would have seen a fucking Malta bottle, I'd be like, Malta, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that. That if it's not part of your culture, you don't even know. You don't even expect anything. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're watching. And since that director, what happened?
Es mala mía, pero si hay algo que a mí me molestó, más o menos, es que hay otras personas tratando de definir la cultura egipcia, por lo menos tratar de que todo sea, o sea, gente que no es parte de esa cultura, que están tratando como que de que sea lo más específico posible, o sea, lo más correcto posible. Yo entiendo, porque eso también tiene que ver con que sea everybody gets represented. Pero me molesta que gente que no se dedica a esa cultura o que no como que comparte la misma cultura, como que empiezan a decir, es como decir ustedes están apropiándose de X o Y cultura, pero tú eres de otra nacionalidad o eres de otra cultura, qué sé yo. O sea, que tú no realmente, you can grasp everything that the Egyptians, or en este caso,
It's not,
yeah,
it's not, you, no te, what's that? Cumbre? Está cumbre.
no te
It's like they're
incumbe.
just talking shit just to talk shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
porque
you.
estaban diciendo que
Just say it in English.
Nigga, I forgot the word in English. Cabrón.
No te importa, carajo.
Cabrón, the word, I didn't fucking remember the word in English. And I was like, fuck, I know it was something with encumbre or some shit like that in Spanish.
yeah, pero hubo gente que estaba como que, pero es que Leila no se parece o sea, no se supone que sea el avatar de Tawaret, se supone que sea ISIS.
Oh, ISIS,
Ajá,
yeah.
y es como que
I saw that.
ISIS.
She looks. Yeah, there's a guy named ISIS. Relax.
sí.
I was about to say, that's not a good look for Disney, bro.
There's a first of all, there's a guy named
punto.
ISIS. Relax.
Chill,
Don't worry, YouTube won't take us down for that. And her symbol, the symbol for ISIS is like she looks like, you know, the wing spread and all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah, the bird.
So they were saying that like she shouldn't be the one for Tower and blah 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 blah. So
Ajá, pero es como que, pero vamos a ver. En los tiempos que estamos viviendo ahora no tiene nada que ver con los egipcios. En los tiempos donde estamos viviendo ahora, con la ignorancia que hay en ciertos países, Estados Unidos, ¿tú crees que eso va a ser una buena idea para hacerlo? Además de que eso puede traer repercusiones, no a Disney, porque fuck that, ellos pueden hacer un PR statement y ya se jodió y a ellos no les importa. Las repercusiones son para la misma gente que they believe in these gods or their culture is all about this, pero por lo menos they're not doing something que mucho de su audience is gonna find offensive, por ende no van a estar con con fucking pitches and forks y los míos, antorcha, puñeta.
yeah.
O sea, que yo entiendo que por una parte, que bueno que no lo hicieron de esa manera o que no mencionaron el nombre, porque en estos momentos ese nombre tampoco es, o sea, la gente no lo va a asociar. La gente no lo va a asociar con
I gotta jump to the wrong conclusion or whatever.
Sí, exacto. La gente no lo va a asociar con que es an Egyptian goddess. No. O sea, it's okay. They don't have to portray 100%. At least they maintain something. O sea, por lo menos tienen algo que lo van a remain santo. O sea, por lo menos de esa perspectiva, es que yo lo decidí mirar. De esa perspectiva es que lo voy a empezar a criticar, porque en realidad no es un buen look para nadie en estos momentos, aunque el nombre no tenga un carajo que ver con la organización terrorista, you know? Es que el folk se lo va a llevar la gente, es como todo, el folk se lo va a llevar la gente que menos lo merece. So, si es por mí, que lo dejen así, sí se parece más a ISIS, sí se ve bien cabrona, no debería ser Tawaret, pero fuck it, ya Tawaret está ahí, está canon, que se joda. Hicieron lo que tuvieron que hacer. Me hubiese gustado, sí, un accurate portrayal de ciertos gods, pero pues esa es la que hay. Como quiera, this is a fucking show, this is myth, this is make believe and shit, so it's
they took liberties with it or whatever, like they do with a lot of things. So it was still still interesting.
I don't know what's going on with my camera.
You're frozen.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with my camera. I closed one window that I did not need it anymore, and it decided to die.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Sí, I don't
technical difficulties podcast today.
Yeah, tú sabes.
So,
Orengo, don't curse me.
So, yeah, like the uses of gods and stuff like that. It was definitely an interesting show. It was something different. You gotta admit, the show was something different. It wasn't something like the rest of the stuff. There is cookie cutter elements that like they fall back into, like tropes. But al fin del día, I thought it was a very interesting, like it was a very interesting take on a character that's lesser known. Like now people will, because of Oscar Isaac, now people, I'm hoping in my head that people will be like, oh, I want to read more about this character. Everybody keeps on talking about this Lemire run. or whatever, like blah blah blah. Like let's go, and they were literally like you could scan the QR codes in the episodes and go straight to the comic. So in my head, I'm
Te
hoping people are
regalan
like,
un
oh
cómic, like
yeah, I'm hoping people like go and be like, oh, let me read more on this character, see what it's about. It'll bring more and more exposure to the character. Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't know shit about Moon Knight coming in.
I
I
go.
barely knew anything. I had to read up a couple of issues, like read backstory, read like the origins of like when they brought him in and what was like the purpose of
yeah.
Miller when he brought this freaking character in. So
Otra cosa, I found out something because I'm that serious on this thing because again, my wife and I we love Egyptian history, like the whole mythology and everything, y pues nos encanta ver documentales sobre el tema. Y nos gusta pues seeing accurate things, pero también podemos pues me gusta que tomen esas libertades porque hello. All the things that go around people talking about the Middle East and Africa, that it's not the best. So, en realidad que lo cambien por simplemente por cambiarlo o por la razón que sea, por lo menos they keep safe. They keep these people safe en un entorno. Pero it was interesting that what I see here, what I'm reading is that they're talking about the wardrobes and the sets and how they had 4 blocks. Uno era we had 4 blocks built in the middle of Budapest. So this was filmed in Budapest and shit like that. It felt so much like Egypt that some Egyptian dude walked up to me. This is somebody in the studio, a designer, a production designer, and some Egyptian dude walked up to me and told me I feel like I'm home.
Oh wow.
So I think they did pretty legit. Las decisiones que tomaron fue chévere, pero aparentemente there's people that.
That's what I'm saying. It's the thing that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what is it that we're looking at, so it doesn't hit us because we're not. You know what I'm saying we're not exactly.
I know one person that was offended.
Who?
Simu Liu, your boy,
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi himself.
About what?
There's a scene where I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ethan Hawke's character speaks.
Mandarin.
He's trying to speak Mandarin. Apparently, everything that's coming out of his mouth is gibberish.
It's gibberish.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Is that he's like, yo, Simulu was like, motherfuckers up in here actually learning the goddamn language, and you let Ethan Hawke go up there and just run some other.
Cabrón, that shit is funny. Cabrón, that shit is funny as fuck. Because if you don't tell me that shit, I was like, yo, Ethan Hawke learned some fucking Chinese. Oh shit, I need to learn some Mandarin.
He's like, yo, you're gonna tell me? He's like, you're gonna tell me that you guys have all this money in the world and you couldn't pay somebody to teach Ethan Hawke fucking Mandarin, at least a phrase in Mandarin? I was like,
I mean, you're talking. Oh my god.
It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody that wasn't Caucasian.
Yeah. You're talking about the guy. You're talking about the guy that bashed Disney and MCU movies and shit. So
we gotta see that shit. We gotta see that shit again because again, without knowing that shit sounds so authentic. Like I gotta hear the gibberish because when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, Ethan Hawke started Chinese.
He said gibberish and they put like subtitles underneath it. Like, oh,
this nigga said he was just saying like things off a Chinese menu. He said things like I hear
gibberish. You gonna reinforce the fucking stereotypes? Stop.
No, that's what in my mind when I think Chinese gibberish, that's what I think. Like ting tongs, like
yeah, nice.
No, but I'm saying
because you have a racist mind, that's why.
Cabrón, but all right, when you think of somebody pretending to speak Chinese, what are the words that come on your fucking head?
It's not Ching Chong Chang.
Okay, then what is it?
It's just some fucking gibberish that I can't understand.
Some racist shit that you just don't want to say. That's what you're gonna say sweet and sour chickens, hung song, sweet. That's what you're gonna say. Gotta hear.
Not at all. Not at all. Jesus Christ. My God, bro.
This is why.
I'm guessing with that racist epitaph that Nicholas just spit out, we can jump into Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, please.
Okay.
No, hey, calm down. Oh my God, so much emotions for that statement. Oh, los dos, tranquilízate, please.
Okay. Multiverse of Madness.
Let's go.
Yeah. on the week counting down, on the weeks counting down to this shit, we had talked so much about the multiverse massive, so many theories, so many okay, what's gonna happen, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the third. I feel like, and I think everybody basically is on the same boat that the movie is good. It's not a bad movie by any means. By any means, there's just certain decisions to me that were made in the movie that were questionable and kind of took the weight of the events that were happening. It for me, it made it weightless. For me, there was things that made, like me and Miguel had talked, the ending of WandaVision is it didn't make me think worse of the show, but the importance of what happened at the end doesn't feel as important anymore.
Mm-hmm.
With the things that happened in this movie, with the decisions that they made with Wanda, I feel like it's such a huge jump. And I told Miguel, I feel like her plight is totally relatable. She had everything taken away from her. She just wants her kids. But I feel like we had seen that at the end of WandaVision. I feel like they retreaded a little bit, and that happens in real life. People, they have these breakdowns, and they get a little better, and they can fall into the exact same breakdown for the exact same reason. So I mean, it's realistic. That happens to people. But within the Marvel universe, it just felt weird to have her do it. And I fucking said the whole WandaVision, this bitch is the villain. I said this the whole time. She goes in, she kind of do something on the lines of heroic, where she gives up Vision, she gives up her kids to do what's right. And then literally the very next time we see her, she's like, I'm all about killing children. America Chavez, fuck that. If I gotta kill her to take her powers, I'm fucking killing her. I don't fucking care.
Es que,
Other
you know
version of
what?
me, I'll kill her too.
Yeah, the thing is, we're seeing the consequences. Porque hasta ahora no hemos visto así fully consequences. Porque vimos esto, pero pasó con Agatha Harkness y pasó con Sword. No pasó con el restante del MCU. O sea, ninguno de estos cabrones fue donde ella decirle, mira, I'm so sorry for your loss, I'm so sorry for this. Like, en parte eso tiene que ver. O sea, porque hello, este cabrón, Sam y Bucky, they were together. Ben, estoy pensando en Wong y obviamente pues Doctor Strange, they are together, they have somebody to be with. Después de todo este caos, she had no one, she lost everyone, she lost her home. O sea, ella tenía un pequeño home en lo que era the Avengers compound, like the campus and whatnot, and she doesn't have that either. She got her brother taken away. She has lived in this PTSD lifestyle por la bomba. Like everything we saw in WandaVision era un build up for everything that we saw here. Lo que pasa es que esta película no se benefició de less is more. Y esta película needed more. Y yo no estoy hablando de cambios. Yo necesitaba un poquito más de substance in that fucking script. Like,
exactly.
give me something else to care for other than her losing her kids. Give me something else que de verdad tú me digas, o sea, si tú vas a push the boundaries, por lo menos en el rating, push the boundaries in the fucking script, like make it a little bit better. Porque todo lo que se dijo, it makes it look like nothing, pero en realidad it means something. En realidad it means something to her, it means something to she is the villain. She was always supposed to be the villain. Porque she tried being good, and she damn tried hard. But every time she was making a mistake, everybody would just punch her and like beat her up for it. Like la vez que pasó lo de T'Chaka. Like he died because of her. Like because the explosion, she tried to contain it and it went away into the fucking building.
Sokovia,
le quería matar a ella.
You're talking about Sokovia, the Sokovia thing.
Yeah, the Sokovia things. It was kind of her fault. Like everything has been building up for her to be the villain. Y esto fue como que the last straw. ¿Qué pasa? Que es que la misma jodida película te lo dice y la gente, y voy a decirle en general, no ustedes por favor, la gente como que no se da cuenta de que, cabrones, literalmente le quitaron a su hijo. Y lo último que pasó fue que ya tenía el Darkhold. Lo primero que te dicen a ti del cabrón Darkhold that is going to fucking corrupt you es lo primero. Es lo primerito. O sea, no es como que, yo no sé por qué ella está así, como que, like, ¿qué es lo que le pasa a Doctor Strange? Me voy a adelantar un poquito, pero ¿qué carajo es lo que le pasa a Doctor Strange a lo último? He had to open up the Darkhold, he had to do the thing, and then, like, he got corrupted as well. No porque él es bueno, he's not gonna get corrupted. No porque él es, bueno, entre comillas, bueno, porque él es más neutral que el carajo. Just because he's neutral doesn't mean that he's not gonna get corrupted. Like, te lo están diciendo desde un principio. And that's one thing that is bothering me about how people are viewing this movie, porque no están viendo in between the lines. There's so many things that you can't dissect. Como está diciendo Orengo ahorita, Dito, que no está aquí para defenderse, pero están diciendo que yo no vi a Wiccan en la estatua de Wiccan. I saw it like super quick.
I saw a statue. I just couldn't understand who the fuck it was. I saw it in the background. I'm like, who is that?
Es que se le ve como que it looks like a male, like a young male. Uh-huh. Y lo que pasa es que lo que tiene puesto es lo que te confunde. I saw a cape, like a cloak. Uh-huh. Y yo dije, oh, that's her kid. We don't see the other one for whatever reason. We should have. O sea, por eso digo que we should have gotten more. This would have benefited more con estos detalles. Full. Y no sé qué carajo me estaba diciendo Lex, que it triggered my train of thought, porque es que a lot of people have been like, oh yeah, this movie, cameos, blah, blah, blah. Like, it would have benefited from more things than just the cameos and shit. I appreciate them, and I love them. Tenían un fan service cabroncísimo, and I love that, pero, I mean, no necesariamente la película es mala, simplemente it suffered a lot from cutbacks and reshoots and todas las excusas que han traído desde la pandemia. Algunas sí se las acepto, las otras no. Si tú estás en una pandemia, no puedes salir y lo único que puedes hacer es just work on your shit, work on those scripts. Like, I know I'm not a writer, I'm just a fan, pero it should have benefited from somebody that was absolutely working their ass off to make this not perfect, pero somewhat more coherent.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed the fuck out of the movie. This was the movie for me. Esto es lo que yo llevo diciendo desde hace años. Y lo que yo llevo jodiendo en este podcast that I want to see in a fucking Disney/Marvel movie. Like, I want to see, not gore, I want to see more graphic stuff. I want to see something more for adults. I really want to see this. This is the depiction that I was
telling you. They certainly pushed the envelope with this one.
Yeah. This movie was made for me. Eso es lo que yo llevo jodiendo. Like, this is what I needed. Algo que it pushes the envelope, you know? Like, I really want to see how far they can get this. You know?
They got really graphic for a PG-13 movie. Like, again, it wasn't gory because there wasn't a lot of blood, like, being sprayed out of the body. But there was, like, a lot of fucking violence in this fucking movie.
Yeah, okay, I kind of put this. I like the movie. I'm not gonna say I didn't like the movie because I enjoyed elements of the movie. It's just like some of the stuff like doesn't necessarily hit me. Like, it doesn't weigh on my emotions or whatever. Like, the cameos were cool. I'm not gonna let you like cool because if you know who the Illuminati are, you're like, oh shit, that's that fucking dope. Like, that's a dope introduction to who these characters are in a way. Like, it's cool to see them visually on screen. It's cool to see the members they picked. I have issues with how they handled like their power levels in a way, but again, that's like nerdy shit that, like, you know what I'm saying? The casual person that comes in doesn't give a shit about their power levels. They're just like, oh, who are these people? Oh shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Professor X and Jim.
Oh my god. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're freaking the fucking Jim.
My theater was fucking screaming. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. My theater was when they saw Professor X, when they saw what's his face from The Office, people were like, I literally heard, shit! I literally heard people losing their minds. Oh shit!
I saw that. I got invited to see that movie in the VIP fucking what you call it, right? VIP, right? I got to see it, son. I got to see it there, right? And so I'm sitting down watching it, and I'm watching it with people that don't necessarily know. everything about Marvel because the people that I specifically was asking me questions, like, you know, saying left and right and shit. Con eso. When fucking Jim popped out, bro,
Jim.
that shit, when Jim popped out, that shit, the theater blew up the same way when fucking Daredevil popped up in No Way Home. It was like that. It was a minor character, not technically in the story, it was a minor character, but the way everybody was like, holy shit, it's fucking, that was the same thing with fucking Jim. As soon as that motherfucker
Jim.
popped out, oh, yo, everybody went fucking bananas in that theater,
Es
yo.
que, mira,
Mr.
you're showing,
Fan-casted.
exacto, you're showing a fan-casted character in a fan-casted character's movie. O sea, porque lo mismo pasa con Benedict Cumberbatch. They wanted him to play fucking Doctor Strange from the I don't even know why. I don't even know how it started. Pero a lot of people, I saw Photoshop pictures about Benedict Cumberbatch being, you know, Doctor Strange, and to them bring another fan-casted character, como que,
And then that's literally what it turned into, fan fiction, because what happened thereafter was like,
cabrón, crazy. For me, it was like,
es como que
it was like, okay.
I'm wondering if that's what they went for, though. So, like, the more
That's
we
what I'm
analyze
saying.
it, and the more that we felt like it was like weightless, because you literally only gave us, and it's not that I wanted more time. It's just that it doesn't work in the sense that we've literally only seen them for 5 minutes, and like you haven't really, you kind of established how powerful they were, but they were only there to be put as cannon fodder to show you how strong Wanda is.
Yeah.
But it falls flat because you don't spend enough time to see how powerful these characters really are. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they get killed.
Xavier, though.
Yeah, but
that's why. But that fall, that
but okay,
falls because you know.
But
like,
one
the
thing,
general public knows who Xavier is.
See, but one thing I always heard, and I think I heard them himself, and like actual published and official statements, que cada vez que él viene como Professor Xavier, he wants him dead. Like he wants Xavier to die. And to me, I wasn't as
that's him pleading with the studio, please just kill this motherfucker already.
See?
Oh,
No, but
I wanted to
hasn't he died 3 times already?
2 times.
He died 3 times because he died in The Last Stand.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Before he goes into another body, he died in fucking Logan, and he fucking died. This motherfucker has died 3 times.
Sí, yo creo que he's trying to be killed in every universe, so he doesn't have to show up in the next movie.
He mentioned he wants to come back though,
because
pues
he just likes to die, bro. He's like, I like doing it.
Lo que yo escuché una vez, de verdad te lo juro, porque es que yo me acuerdo haberlo leído, que everybody made a fuss about it, que cada vez que le dicen que he wants to come back or whatnot, que lo traigan para atrás. I think he mentioned that he always wants to die or he wants just the character dead. Porque it was something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've seen that many times. Con Magneto no fue la ocasión, yo creo que fue con él, específicamente él. There are other actors that have done that before, pero yo creo que específicamente él, porque he has a very iconic character. Y Easter egg, para que ustedes hablen, porque I love this movie, de verdad. Easter egg. They played the 97 X-Men theme. Yeah. And that was fucking glorious.
I got even better news for you. That theme is a version of the theme from the original cartoon.
Yeah.
But if you wait till the credits have it as the X-Men 97 intro. So that might be literally the intro music to the new cartoon.
Sí, por eso fue que
it doesn't sound exactly like the X-Men theme. It's like reimagined with like other instruments.
Exacto, sí, porque
like
I saw that. Créeme, yo estaba bien pendiente de tu fucking credits. Por obviamente el Dios mío, el second, was it the second? And the end credit scene.
The second end credit scene, yeah.
Sí, yo estaba bien pendiente por esa pendeja, entonces Papa Dormammu?
No, the fucking Papa Pizza one. Papa Pizza.
That shit was playing the movie there. Everybody was like, yo, you know, there's a second one, you know, you gotta stay. They're like, are you still here? It ended. And everybody was like, I still here for this shit. I was fucking laughing. I was dying.
So
but a fucking Ash, mano. It's Ash. So
I want to get into that a little bit. So Like I said,
Anyways,
the Illuminati shit, like it wasn't bad, but it didn't like knock my socks off.
no. But
It
fucking
really
Me, it
Maria
didn't.
Rambo,
Me, it didn't
Maria.
work.
it was
Eso
the
me dio una cosa en la cara.
that was
Maria?
that
What?
was that was awesome. That was awesome. But then like
Sí.
they killed him with a fucking rock. Like
For me, that's the problem. For me,
this
it
bitch,
didn't.
the,
For me,
our version of Captain Marvel, if they're on the same power level, this bitch flew through a fucking destroyer, Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I was watching it and I was like, okay. All I heard in my head was Bernie Mac in my head. I wish I had a rock. I'd fucking punch you in your fucking head. Like
for me, for me, that scene falls flat for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just because it looks cool visually, like as a fan, it was fun to see these characters there. To see Captain Britain, yo, woo, for a lot of other reasons, but to see her, I was like, oh shit. To see fucking Captain Marvel, to see fucking Krasinski finally as fucking Reaver, to see fucking Professor X, even to see Black Bolt, it was cool.
Yeah.
But like the outfit was so like comically accurate. I was like, it was cool to see it, but the scene within the movie fell flat for me because I give a fuck about the comic book characters. I don't give a fuck about the MCU versions because I don't have no emotional connections to them. Reed Richards was like, okay, like the dopest for me, I had told mother the dopest shit for me was like when he goes up to Wanda and Wanda was like, do you have kids? Do you have like a mother at home? He was like,
no, he
yeah.
goes, I know where you're coming from. I have 2 kids of my own. And she's like, yeah? She got a mom? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, good, then I have somebody to raise them.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like,
Like,
God,
you biased bitch. Come
I
on
was
now.
like, holy shit. They
wow.
made her so powerful that realistically, the only one that could have defeated her was herself.
Yeah.
That's how powerful she was. She was like,
And
nobody could fucking defeat me. I have to give up. Basically, I just
So
give up.
the characters were cool. But again, like I had a little bit of an issue with the power levels as well, but I guess that's nitpicky. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to delve deep into like with that level of Wanda being powerful, like how the fuck could Captain uh um Jesus
Captain
Christ,
Britain.
Captain Britain, the fucking Captain
Captain
Britain,
Carter.
Captain Carter stand a fucking second with the power level she's displaying. If she fucking crushed this girl with a rock, how does Captain Carter stand even a chance? But it's again, that's nitpicky shit. I would have hoped I wanted to have them like introduce them and outro them. You know what I would have done? I would have killed half of the team and left half of the team alive, and then be like, oh, now these motherfuckers are on like a vengeance mission. So like however this movie ends, wherever she goes, the Illuminati's mission now is you kill Wanda. Wherever the fuck she's at, whatever universe she's at, we're on a mission. We gotta kill that
Yeah.
bitch because she eradicated half of my fucking team.
Or at least they gotta be like, yo, we thought that Doctor Strange was the venom of the fucking multiverse, and he was there saying, yo, Wanda's coming. They was like, fuck Wanda, we'll get to Wanda later. He was like, Wanda's coming, I'm fucking telling ya, and they was like, blah, blah, blah. They didn't do shit about it, and then they're like, okay, we thought that Thanos was the strongest thing in the multiverse, and they defeated their version of fucking Thanos, and she came in and wiped the floor with these fucking people. The only isn't fucking Mordor alive?
Mordo?
Isn't he alive?
yes, he was
So there
only
is a
trapped.
member.
He was left hanging out.
Yeah.
But there's a member that's still alive. So there might be some repercussions. The shit is
There's more than one Mordo alive. There's that version of Mordo and the regular version of Mordo.
but what I'm saying, that's part of the Illuminati. What I'm saying is, how do you continue with a Wanda alive in the MCU? Because the way it ended, I doubt that she's, actually dead. Like the threat that has to come again with Wanda being there has to be so great. Because if you just showed how Wanda defeated all the sorcerers, every fucking body that was fucking studies magic, she wiped her hands with them like cleanly. They didn't stand a chance. They didn't stand a chance. And then she came out with the fucking team that's supposed to be the strongest within the multiverses, the Illuminati, and it wasn't even a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? They hardly landed anything on her. So who stands a chance against fucking Wanda? Like if you go in the future, is she gonna just fight Galactus by her fucking self? Because fuck, yo, she's like
No,
OP.
you know how you solve a grieving parent's problems. You know how you solve them? You give her her parents back. You bring in Magneto into the fold, and you be like, "Yo, I'm your dad. You're my daughter. We, you
Don't do
know,
that. Don't do that,
I
bro.
know."
I got bro. Don't do that. I got this motherfucker tattooed on me. Don't do that, bro. Don't bring Magneto in here, bro. Don't do that
you
to
bring
me,
in you bring in Magnus.
bro.
Those parents you had, the one that sold you the DVDs, those are your adopted parents. I'm your father.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
don't do that shit to me, bro. I had to go into that movie theater with a Kleenex.
I also have a problem with the way, like, okay, I understand the Darkhold like has his powers, but I feel also like you gave her such an interesting arc in her series of like her learning to deal with her, like the whole, like, okay, WandaVision series where she does do crazy shit. The series establishes that she has an arc. An arc is not only the thing that Moses got on and had animals join him. An arc is a learning experience, ladies and gentlemen. So you put her in a situation where she couldn't deal with all the emotions, like Sally said, her loss of her parents, PTSD, her brother, the loss of vision. Now she has kids, and you want to take that shit away from her too. She has a perfect life, and she can't even have that because there's a cost to that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that's what we established in the series. Like now that the series at the end, she goes, "Shit, I fucked up." You know what I'm saying? I have to process my emotions. As hard as this is, that's what makes me a powerful woman. I can handle, or you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna process my loss in a way where it doesn't affect everybody, because this is what happens when I don't process my feelings. It affects other people around me. Like literally, it affects other
Yeah.
people around me like a dome or whatever. So you had growth in the character. Okay, with that being said, you get a post-credit scenes where you see her reading the Darkhold, and you have this inkling, like no matter what she learned, she's still attached to the idea of fighting her kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the jump in the fucking movie feels so extreme. It feels really, really fucking extreme. Of I want to be with my kids too. I will literally obliterate. I will stack up a body count to
For
fucking be
me,
with
yeah.
for me, for the selfish reason of me being with my kids.
For me, that was
Yes,
so
the
it
dark
was so
so
crazy.
the Darkhold is there, and they lightly pepper in the thing of like, Darkhold corrupts. Oh, but what
Yeah.
way does it corrupt? What? Not really. Like they don't touch on that. They basically explain to you. While yes, the Darkhold does corrupt anybody who reads it, they also do explain to you that the Darkhold isn't there to give Wanda powers. It's literally there to explain. They literally say that in the movie. Like the Darkhold it isn't where she draws her power from. It's just there to explain the coming of this entity called the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
That's why literally when they tell you, oh, there's no other copy of the Scarlet Witch, but you can go to a temple, and literally everything that happened in that temple was just passed to the pages in a book. And I mean, that's, again, we're going by what they established in the movie. And in the temple, they have the Scarlet Witch on the wall. It's nothing but somebody telling. It's a foretelling of something that's gonna come. Like there's this being out there that can bring upon the. So her decisions, while yes, she's being, I guess you could call it corrupted, they're very much her own decisions. So I don't understand. That's why, like, I have a problem with. As much as I like hate to give Orengo la fucking
La razón.
la razón, the series feels a little disjointed. Fuck it, all of the series feel a little disjointed from the movies. Like they don't feel like they're necessarily going hand in hand. They don't feel like they don't feel like the series don't feel like they necessarily dictate or. Sally, can you lift up your left arm? Lift up your arm. Okay, no. I thought I had a dead pixel on my screen, but you have like some weird blue light in the back. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I just bought a monitor. I just bought a. No, the other side. The other side. It's like dimming now.
Yeah, I see it. It's right there.
Yo, I just bought a new monitor and I almost had a fucking heart attack. I'm like, I have a.
It's like a little green. It's like a little green light.
Oh, it is. believe it or not, it's actually the reflection from my computer into
Okay.
the lightsaber that is there.
You have a whole bunch of spirits in your house. We get it. So it's weird.
Well,
Like I wanted the show. Like I enjoy the show though. I enjoy the show, and I really wanted like the show to be a precursor, and it is still a precursor. But I wanted to like weigh heavily, and the movie, like while it doesn't necessarily like it doesn't necessarily say fuck the show, it
yeah.
does feel like it's its own thing at points.
And I think I'm on the same wavelength. Like I thought that these shows were gonna be more necessary to the movie verse of the MCU and shit. And there's for people like us that are fans, for like people that don't really give a fuck, they can watch Endgame and then watch this and then just be like, oh shit, she's bad now. That's crazy. And like, you know what I'm saying? Not even give a fuck. There's certain things. How did she get the fucking Darkhold? Where did she get this outfit? Where did she get these parts? Like, there's certain things that you need to see to like understand it. But at the same time, after watching the movie, it's not. It doesn't like if you didn't see the series, you're not gonna be lost or confused because the movie gives you enough to be like, okay, she lost her kids. Apparently, she had kids. They showed the kids. She doesn't have them anymore. She's searching for the kids. So you know mostly, you know what's going on, what's at stake here. You just don't see the whole picture. The comic books, I mean, it's like a tie-in as a comic book. It's not the main event. If you read the tie-ins, you get a little bit more knowledge. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be 100% necessary. I don't know how they're gonna do it with Captain America when they do Anthony Mackie. If they just say something of how he got the costume, but again, general public, I don't think they're really gonna care that okay, Captain America comes out for is fucking Anthony Mackie because he gets the shield at the end. So the series
Yeah,
are cool.
Oracle explained. Oracle said that the other day is like literally you could watch Infinity War and not watch the Captain America show because you see, like you said, you see Anthony
Him
Mackie get the
pass on.
shield, and then when they show him pop up in his own movie, you're like, okay, he has a suit too.
Exactly. You'll just in your head be like, okay, you'll connect the dots and shit.
All he has to say, and I hate it. I hate it that I have to admit this. But all Sam has to say in his movie is like, you dig the threads? They're from Wakanda.
And that's it.
Like, yo.
Like you don't. It's not necessary. It's a good continuation of their own personal stories of Loki and everything. It's a cool. It's cool for the fans.
There.
For the diehards, it's cool because it's like tie-ins. Most people you'll read the comic.
I feel like shit, but there some and again, noting if you're watching, you're an asshole. It's their extended versions, cabrón, of the special features that were on the DVDs.
I don't. But it's like saying for the
They're
fans.
they're 6-episode versions of remember those short little segments they used to have on the DVDs. God damn it!
But it's how do you say it? How do you say it? It's not like they're useless because they give you a good look into what's happening in between the movies, which is cool. WandaVision was very cool. Even saying that it doesn't carry much weight into what happens in the movie, it was still cool to know, for us to know the story of the kids. Because if you don't know, if you didn't see it, then you might not have the emotional connection that we have knowing what she went through.
Yeah.
We have because we saw what she went through with her kids.
We have a more emotional attachment to those kids because we actually spent time with them. As corny as it sounds, we saw them grow.
Exactly. like literally, we saw when she talks, when she says things to Doctor Strange, like you changed this and you're the hero. I changed this and I'm the villain. We know what she's talking about. So there's things like that. If you see the series, it's cool because it's a callback to those things. But at the end of the day, it's not 100% necessary, I guess, depending on the story that they tell. So when it came to this one,
cuando vienes a ver, le están tirando la mala y es como que you're asking for her to be the villain. You're asking her for to be the villain. Y yo puedo entender, el Doctor Strange hizo las cosas porque pues he had to. Pero la única diferencia era que lo de él estaba ya escrito, lo de ella se puede decir que no. Lo de Wanda pues se puede decir que mira, esto va en contra de, pero al mismo tiempo it was supposed to happen. Esa mierda, it was most likely a prophecy, esa pendeja que dijeron la bruja allí
Yeah,
in
because
Salem, whatever.
when it comes to Wanda,
It was still the same thing. It was supposed to happen. ¿De qué
every
manera? Pues de la peor. Having
Mhm.
she having kids.
is that everybody suffered because everybody suffered in Infinity War. Everybody lost something, but specifically for her, she had to go through killing Vision.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they
Eso es
reversed
lo peor, no.
time, even though they reversed time, and at the second time it was Thanos that fucking killed her, the memory of her having to do the act is still in her head. She still remembers having to fucking put Vision through that level of pain to kill him. So you can see that's what I'm saying. Her plight is very, very reasonable. You could see the shit. But again, it's for me, it's that jump because the Darkhold, for me, the Darkhold feels a lot like when they in the Star Wars universe when they say, "Oh, the
MacGuffin?
dark side is calling me,"
Oh,
but you never really get to see like the power, like how much the power, like how it corrupts them to the point where they're fighting back and forth, and you see like an actual battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to do good, but like I want to do bad. Like you don't really see that in the Star Wars universe. It's just the dark side is fucking calling them, I guess. So they can't fight it.
Tenían
For
el chance de hacerlo en was it episode 3, but they went a very corny way. They went like
that's
they did a very stupid way.
that's what I'm saying. I
Sí,
always
esto
wanted
yo
to
lo voy
see
a
that.
decir así mismo. No importa, venga de que me quiera tirar con machete, pero un lightsaber. Pero hablando claro, they did it in a very corny way que did not work. Porque era eso mismo, like Anakin quería ser, be the good
Uh-huh.
guy. He wanted to be the Jedi, but no, this asshole is being corrupted on the side, pero de la manera más pendeja.
But that's what I'm saying because he didn't feel it. For me, when I saw that journey, and Revenge of the Sith is like my favorite Star Wars movie. Pero con eso, I didn't feel like his journey into the dark side was the dark side calling him. I felt like it was certain events, like he's having dreams that Padme is gonna die. He had dreams that his mother died. He's looking for power to try to stop that from happening, which doesn't seem like he's having this internal battle of the dark
Yeah,
side and the Jedi and the Sith. See, no, it just looks like it's the path that he's chosen. It doesn't seem like he's struggling. He's like, yo, I can't
exacto.
lose Padme. I need to get more power, and I need to get more power, which doesn't necessarily seem to me like a battle between good and good and evil. See, no, he just looked like he was power hungry. Like it could happen
Yeah,
to anybody that had nothing to do with the dark side. He just got power
it's
hungry.
it's a
exacto.
it's a tale as old as time. It's the road to
Exactly.
hell. It's the road
Beauty
to
and the
hell.
Beast.
It's
Path
the
with good
road to
intentions.
hell paved with good intentions or
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
when it
Like,
comes to the Darkhold, like I wanted to see, the actual struggle. When it comes to Wanda, she doesn't look like she's struggling to do the right thing, but the
Yeah, yeah.
Darkhold is like in her ear, like fuck them, don't do this, just think of yourself, get you, like you don't really see that. So for me, the jump to me felt so drastic between I didn't kill Agatha. I didn't fucking kill this fucking guy in
I
WandaVision.
forget
I
his
forgot
name.
his
What's
name.
his name?
I forgot his
Fuck.
fucking name. That was my dude too.
Hayward.
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 Fucking
Yeah,
Hayward. I
Hayward.
didn't kill Hayward. I didn't kill fucking Agatha. I didn't kill all these people that I could have killed. And then the very next time we see her, she's like, fuck these kids.
Yep.
I'm killing little fucking immigrant over here in America. She gotta fucking go. And all these motherfuckers doing magic, I'm fucking wiping them.
Now,
I'm burning them.
before we get into the everybody's like, because I also have an opinion about that shit about this has Sam Raimi written all over it. I have an opinion about that. Before we
Yeah,
get
do
into
it,
that,
do it, do it, do it.
on a side note, every time they said a line and they were referring to Chavez, I cringed. Why? Because it was like, you got to understand. No, what was it? You have to understand, America. You can save
Aye.
yourself, America.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, God, this feels mad cringy. It feels like like they're talking about the USA, like you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Only you can save us, America. I was like,
I hated the way they said her
I was
name.
like, somebody in the writer's chair could have chose like to refer to her as Chavez or something like that. Like, yo, straight up.
That's the
Maybe that would have been
fucking-
worse. Chavez could be our San
Chavez.
Francisco.
There's not a lot of battles that
Bro,
you can win with that.
It felt mad weird. Like there were lines that was like,
She doesn't really have like a superhero name, right?
Exactly. So
yeah,
I mean,
Miss
America is,
America.
but that's what I'm saying. America is her fucking name. Like how you
I don't
say
know,
it.
dude.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not
It's
like it was made
weird.
for this movie.
It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was fucking
it
weird.
was.
There were lines
Yeah.
where I was just like, that shit sounds
Te
weird.
estoy diciendo, no es por nada. Mira, I'm not a writer. I'm not a screenwriter. I'm nothing. Like, yo no trabajo en esta mierda. Lo sé. Pero, puñeta, mano. El que hizo este script se robó los chavos.
Yeah.
Por lo menos 60% de los chavos se los robó full.
So,
I mean, nobody can tell me any
Am
different.
I right? Am I right in saying that the writer for this is the writer for Loki?
Ay, yo no sé, parece que
I
se
don't
metió. Yo
I
creo que él
think-
estaba jangueando con Johnny Depp o algo. Te lo juro.
I think it's the writer, one of the writers from Loki is the actual writer of the script of the shit.
Maybe
could be
one
wrong.
of the writers. I don't know if it was the head writer. It could be one of the writers.
All right, so now
I heard the head writer was on Star Wars.
with everybody, saying that this is like Raimi all over it. Yes, this film does feel different. There are elements which would totally be like, yo, this doesn't feel like a regular Marvel movie to a point because it's very graphic, it's gory. There's like jump scares, aesthetically. Besides the aesthetics, yes, this Sam Raimi is all over this film to a fault because this motherfucker has los huevos más grande que yo visto en mi vida. And for those of you Spanish people, for those that don't speak Spanish, those are the biggest elephantine testicles that I have seen in my life. This fucking guy self-homaged himself several times in the movie. He literally took scenes from his own movies and put them in this fucking movie. Do you want me to run off the scenes list?
Fuck yeah.
Because I will gladly. The scene with Papa Pizza is the scene where Ash's hand in Evil Dead gets possessed and starts smacking the shit out of himself and he starts fighting his hand. The scene where Wanda jumps through the window, all fucking weird looking and all that shit. She does the whole contortionist shit. Yeah. That's literally in one of his movies where they're coming out from underneath the house. The scene where they're in, I believe, one of the temples and all the portraits start like ha 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 ha. They start laughing. That's from Evil Dead. Mm-hmm. The goddamn the fucking Darkhold might as well be the Necronomicon.
I know, right?
Everybody, you do what you know, bro.
Like,
you do what you know.
What the fuck? And then the scene at the end, the way I was like, oh, he's gonna become a zombie. Like, we never seen a Deadite before in any of his movies. Mm-hmm. And then all the demons, like they kind of feel like the demons in the Necronomicon or whatever, the souls of the dead. I was like, yo, you're painting by the number, like down to a T, Raimi. You were like, like I felt like he was there, like, you remember this? Yeah, that was me, baby. I did that. Like, no, you don't get it to come near the end and have an opinion, sir.
I'm trying not to lag here, okay?
Okay. So what I was explaining to everybody was that while everybody praises the fact that Sam Raimi put his aesthetics on this film, I have a problem with him forming fellatio on himself. Because there are scenes in this movie which are literally ripped out of his movies. And I went down the list. I said the scene where Doctor Strange enchants his hand, enchants Papa Pizza's hand, that's Ash getting his hand cursed in the Evil Dead movies, and he's literally fighting against his own hand. The scene where they're in a house and all the paintings kind of start moving and they start literally the same voice clip. That's from the Evil Dead movie. The scene with the contortionist where she's coming out the fucking window and all that stuff, that's literally from Evil Dead as well. I feel like there's a difference between, it's an element and literally Sam Raimi going yeah, remember that? I did that, baby. That was me. That shit was great, wasn't it?
I was half expecting his unique camera shot, the one that he's like a dolly, but it's running around the forest. I was half expecting he was going to do that shit, and then he didn't.
No, you said the truth. You were expecting, well, I mean, that's the way the last version was. You were expecting, Doctor Strange to get raped by trees. Or
at
something
that point,
that,
I
right?
mean, I might as well, but un punto que that's what it seemed. So yeah, you're not wrong. It's weird.
Like-
It was a little weird. It was a little weird. Yeah.
There were like it was like I was like, bro, there's a difference between like like Nick said, there's aesthetics, and then there's literally like I'm gonna suck my own dick on camera for Marvel. Like it felt like very like whoever said like, of course this thing has a Sam Raimi aesthetic because the fucking guy literally ripped all his most favorite scenes and put it in a Marvel movie. I told I was like, you can even say the Darkhold is the Necronomicon in this movie.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. But the way that you interpret it versus how other people interpret is that people liked it because, well, you know, it's the aesthetics that they recognize. So it's like saying you're watching Sam Raimi Easter eggs within the Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why it's more acceptable to people. So
and also there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. I would say I would go as far to say at least half of the people that saw Doctor Strange probably don't know shit about that.
That's true.
Maybe
So they took it for what it was.
But everybody at my theater knows who the fuck Ash.
You went to the bougie one? You went to the bougie one?
Actually, you know what? I went to the bougie one.
iPick.
I went to the shout out to the iPick. And if y'all want to sponsor me, shout out.
In
you should go to them next time. You grab a ticket and you're like, hey, I want to speak with the manager because I do a stream and I'm always shouting.
He'll probably be like, excuse me, sir. Well, you think you're the first one that's coming here with that idea? Keep it fucking moving, sir.
Not even. Even if they go, really? That sounds interesting. Give me a link to one of your episodes. As soon as they see the start,
they're done. They're gonna be like, they're gonna kick you out of that bougie theater.
Now we charge you double for your ticket price, and we don't allow you to tag us in your Instagram post.
Exactly. Please don't tag us. We weren't aware that your type of crowd comes to the iPick.
So like I told you, actually the theater that I went to, whatever, like we always joke around, but everybody literally was yelling "Holy shit" when Krasinski came out. Like I literally heard "Holy shit!" Like people were freaking the fuck out.
I heard somebody say, "Where's Pam?"
God, that's funny.
The movie, like I told you, it didn't piss me off. Like I wasn't bothered. I wasn't blown out of my seat, but I didn't find it horrible. There's just things that I felt could have been executed better, and the pacing is just like, holy fuck, it's fast. Like to its own detriment. Super, like you don't get a chance to fucking breathe. Also, I have an issue with this. Really doesn't move the multiverse story in any direction, unless you really want to go the route of like, you just spent 2 hours drilling into my head that an incursion is bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like incursion. Like it was like you have to understand America. Like they were literally like, America Chavez, you have to understand that everything you're doing is an incursion. But at the end of the day, what we have to stop are incursions. Like
I can see, like how we had talked about it. I can see how this is the seed. I can see how this one's
the seed.
I can see how the talk. I can see how the conversation of the fucking incursion is the seed of what might in some time lead to fucking what's
even the post-credit scene has Charlize Theron saying like incursion. Like I get it.
This, and now you have to help me. Like I'm guessing. I mean,
no.
It's
Esa
very
cabrona
hard.
salió y dijo, "Get in, loser. We're gonna see Dormammu."
Yeah, that's
exacto.
It's very, very hard for me to try to imagine how you add like a group like the fucking X-Men that has such rich lore, so many characters. You be like, where the fuck were they this whole time without doing something like that?
I got an answer for you.
Go.
They've been here the whole time. It's just that Xavier has been blocking everybody's mind of their existence.
Estaría cabrón.
Too clever.
So, and you know how America's gonna find out about him? The next time we see our version of Patrick Stewart, they're gonna kill him again. And now they have no way to be hidden from the world. They have to be out in the open. Hire me, Hollywood. I'm telling you,
estaría cool. No, hablando claro. Estaría cool que enseñaran, que lo hicieran como la escena que nunca enseñaron en Logan, que cuando fue la primera vez que Xavier le dio el seizure and he killed a bunch of people. I would have loved to see that. O sea, me gustaría verlo de esa perspectiva. Porque si fucking Logan es bien en el futuro, si Logan es como que viene en el futuro, podría mezclarse con esto. Olvídate que año sea, podría mezclarse, olvídate, retconning, fuck it.
How old is fucking the character of Xavier? Because we've had movies within the MCU that occurred before he was like, all right, Captain America, the first Avenger. So there's like, we've seen a timeline where it had to happen before Xavier got anywhere close to that power level to do something like that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's still like, yo, like, it's so insane, the idea that they've been here
Why
and
is it
nobody
insane?
has had
Time out.
any.
No, time out. In a world where Wanda Maximoff in 1 month went from grieving mother to multiversal terrorist,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna tell me that you don't believe that from way back when, like they could introduce him on a Saturday in the movie, and by next Wednesday he already has the fucking mental power to blot out everybody's fucking brain, because
No, but what I'm saying is
Marvel
that we've
deemed it
already
so.
we've already dipped our toes in a timeline that existed before he was born. So to have no mention at all, like
What
at all,
timeline before he was born?
the first Avenger, the fucking Eternals. There's timelines within the MCU that we've seen that it happened or occurred before Xavier was. Let's say Xavier was born what, 30s, 40s, like that.
Mhm.
He's a child. So Captain America: First Avenger happened when he was a child. Eternals happened fucking millennia before he was like. There's no inkling of any fucking mutants anywhere. So just bring them all of a sudden sounds lazy as fuck. That sounds like
Lazy, like
on a. We're talking about next level type shit.
lazy, like introducing Illuminati and eliminating them in 5 minutes. Lazy, like,
Yes, a lot more lazy than that. That shit sounds so fucking. That shit sounds so fucking crazy. Like, you know what? Yeah, they've been here for all this shit. It's just every time something happened, Xavier was like, he did the MIB. Forget about it. That
¿Sabes
shit
qué es lo que
sounds
pasa?
way crazy, bro.
Tú también sabes qué es lo que pasa, que en esta película no te dan the usual, oh yeah, this is gonna happen next movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't give it to you.
Yeah,
Te dice solamente, oh, Doctor Strange will return. Aha, motherfucker, you're not giving me anything. And the rest of the movies are standalone and in their own little pockets of the universe.
Don't we feel hypocritical at this stage of the game? We criticize DC for not having linearity. Like, their stories are, and this phase feels literally segmented. And like, all these different stories do not feel like they're leading up to the next movie, up to the next movie, up to the next movie.
But me and Miguel had this conversation before, and Miguel said something that sounded very, very like on the fucking nose of what it
like all the time, like every time I talk. Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up. Just tell me what you said. Shut the fuck up.
I don't even remember. I don't have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Go ahead.
What Miguel said is one of the huge differences between phase 1, 2, 3 and this phase is that Disney is not locking down its fucking actors into fucking 10 picture deals, 15 picture deals and shit. So it's a little harder maybe for them to tell long-term stories without the assurance that they're gonna have this actor in this fucking role, because they can't lock them down.
So in other words, fuck you, Bob Chapek. like that's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's at the top is like, okay, so let me get this straight. You guys are planning a fucking 12 movie arc, and I have to make sure that Chris Hemsworth, not only does he survive the 12 movies, he doesn't catch COVID, but I have to pay this motherfucker a multi-billion-dollar contract just to make sure that at movie number 12, like, you're not gonna guarantee me that everybody's gonna like the way we kill this guy off. Nah, fuck that shit. Write something else. You write something else. That's what I pay you guys for. I'm not locking anybody. Who do you think you are, Robert Downey Jr.?
Of course.
No more long-term contracts. We're into NFTs now. That's what we do. Push an NFT in the next Marvel movie.
Pues Elizabeth Olsen, ella estaba diciendo que cada vez que ella termina un proyecto le siguen extendiendo el contrato.
So she's actually extended.
Ella, o sea, literalmente ella se lo extienden. No es que ella tiene multi-picture contract,
Exactly.
que ella le extiende el contrato.
As they go.
Yeah, ahora mismo por lo menos ella la tienen así.
But I think the last one, she did say, I think somewhere I read that they locked her down for like more than one.
Literalmente te diciendo que fue, no sé si fue hoy o fue ayer, yo leí que ella misma dijo que se lo están extendiendo. Okay. No me acuerdo en qué en qué source era, pero si lo busco, pues se los envío, porque literalmente eso fue lo que ella dijo.
So with everything said and done, the way this movie ends, spoilers. I mean, you people will have time to see it by now, but it ends in a very like she's not quite dead type of way.
What do you mean? It's clear that she died. She atoned for her sins. What are you?
We've
what are
seen
you
her. That's the
talking about?
problem, though. We've seen her atone for her sins before.
What?
The actual fucking movie.
Totally insensitive comment coming in 3, 2, 1. This bitch apparently just doesn't learn. So, like,
I mean, I don't know.
we'll
All I
see her
know
again.
is no. I all I know
She's
is
the Dr. Robotnik of this fucking series, apparently, because like.
Excuse me. Dice aquí, sources have confirmed Elizabeth Olsen has signed a contract extension with Marvel Studios that extends for the next 7 years. Huge speculations that during this span, her long-awaited Scarlet Witch solo film is in the works.
Of course there is. You get a solo film, and you Statue get a solo film, and
Pero
you
eso-
Captain Britain get a solo film.
Eso es simplemente buscando por encima. Like I haven't found the video or anything.
I would like to see Wanda's next movie be along the lines of the Panda movie.
The Panda
She's
movie?
dealing with the red panda. She's dealing with her menstruation, and she's coming into she's like, God damn it, this is the way I feel this time of the month. Everybody should suffer. I don't have a husband anymore to make miserable. I don't have kids. I don't even have friends anymore because every time I have an emotional episode, people pay. So I need to find my next victim.
And just like that, we got a check for the Daily Wire. Thank you, Ben Shapiro. You helped us. You're helping us through and through, man. Awesome.
No, honestly, like I don't know what you do with this character. Like I know we just jumped from a period joke, but she has so much blood on her hands. She has so much blood. She has so much blood on her hands that like, how the fuck do you bring this character back? Like, unless you're like her shell is now possessed by the spirit of the one that didn't have to do with any of this.
Okay. Pero if we can forgive, I guess, Winter Soldier, que eso fue lo que pasó.
He's a man, though. It's different. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
But also Winter Soldier. I mean, sabe Dios ese argumento. But I mean, if they did it with Winter Soldier, you can do it with Wanda. You can do the whole redemption arc de Wanda, donde she, self-flagellates herself for a whole series, como pasó con fucking Winter Soldier en la serie. Y, he gets redeemed on the other side. They can do the same thing.
Who's WandaVision's? Oh, there you go, Nick. Who's WandaVision's Captain America? Magneto.
There you go.
Why would you crucify my daughter? It's not her fault.
She discovers que realmente.
Exacto.
No.
Hit him with it.
Dale. Lo que tuviste en WandaVision, that's not her real origin story. Her real origin story es que she has a dad que es Magneto y lo va a descubrir un castillo hecho de metal. Cállate, un castillo hecho de metal. Y entonces she's gonna go there to find some solace.
Don't put that into the universe, bro.
They break the multiversal third wall.
It's not dead.
They break the multiversal third wall, and then Wanda fractures again because she can't handle all the retconning anymore.
Exacto. Y la cosa es que Magneto le dice, pero it's okay, because here's your brother. Entonces un portal se abre y sale Aaron Johnson de otro universo again. Y sale Quicksilver.
Don't talk
and she's like, and then her solo movie will be Wanda, the quest to kill the writers.
Exactly. And it's gonna be a team-up movie
with
with Deadpool because Deadpool's also fucking tired of the shenanigans.
I told you, Deadpool's in the Disney universe, and he's looking for the people that are censoring him.
Boom.
I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you.
First R-rated movie. It's gonna be both the plight of Wanda trying to redeem herself and Deadpool just destroying the MCU.
Exactly. There you go. He goes, I'm gonna help you canonize everything, Wanda. I'm gonna eliminate the parts of your universe that don't fit.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make your new canon.
I'm gonna make it all whole again. All great.
Bro. Wow. Yeah, I swear to God, tomorrow you get a headline that says Alejandro Orengo and Miguel Rio signed to a multi-deal contract with Disney. So
you'll know what happened.
I will never speak to any of you again, just so you know. No, I'm kidding.
No, let it find out, nigga, that tomorrow I got a letter in my email and shit. How the fuck do you know what you know? Who told? Where did you get these leaks from? You know what?
Who's
No
your
more store.
source?
I get a fucking message from YouTube. You no longer have a channel.
You know how a channel.
Yeah,
Just for
así
no
de
reason.
sencillo.
Te lo
All
tumbaron,
right, this is
yep.
from the estate of Kevin Feige. This is your first cease and
I
desist.
we already
Don't push it.
for some weird reason Facebook already was like, you're not going live today. They had a feeling, bro.
Yeah.
You know why? Your Facebook
Dale.
account linked to your personal Facebook. Aren't you in Facebook jail right now?
I mean, that shit finished like yesterday, I think, though. I
Now
don't know.
now it's like you're a convict. It's like you're a sex offender. Like you have a record.
Maybe, yo. I got
Maybe we don't want you.
I got fucking blocked on fucking Facebook
Right.
for making a joke about my dad's feet.
What the fuck?
My dad had a fucking video that he's on a journey now of losing weight. So he took a video from his like POV, looking at his feet stepping on a weight and like, oh, I lost pounds. And I was like, your feet look fucked up. You should cut them off. Facebook was like, banned, bro, banned. You done. I'm trying to like pictures and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they were like, you can't lock or do nothing because you what is something about the community guidelines? I was like,
something about here at Facebook. If you don't respect your parents, we obligate you to respect your parents.
Same thing. Like Bob Ross banned me from Twitch, so it's fine.
Bob Ross came out of his grave just to ban you. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Así de malo es.
I never drew you spics. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
I drew shit for the True Bloods. Your spics don't know about nothing about these mountains and clouds.
Actually, we do know about mountains, but
So,
Orengo.
Yes,
now that
sir.
everybody's spit their take on Multiverse of Madness.
no, pero tiene que dar las opiniones de. No, tú no viste, picha. Él no vio Moon Knight.
Yes, I did.
He did.
I finished
you
it.
did?
Yeah.
And last time we talked, you said, no, I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, exacto. Y después dije, well, let me go sit down and watch that shit.
I was
We need
preemptive.
both opinions then.
I was
He already
preemptive
said it. He
because-
said he saw that shit. That's what he
No,
said.
but I was preemptive. Yeah, this is how it worked. Because last time we were supposed to do an episode, I knew we weren't going to do an episode, so I said, "Yeah, be ready for today." Because I said he's going to watch it today, so we're going to watch it next. We're going to talk about it next week.
No, I watched it last week though. Pero yo la vi como que el viernes, no sé. I don't know when I saw it. Yo sé que la vi días después when no one was talking about it. But mira, like episode 5 was interesting. Toca admitirlo. It was the most interesting episode. Pero it was almost by default. Casi por default. Pero it's falling into this.
Something.
It was something. I mean,
He was like, "All the episodes are dog shit." This was bearable.
this was exactly. It was basically bearable.
Was it better? Was it better than El Karaoke?
Ooh.
Papi. Whew. Okay.
Wow. Well, time out. I wasn't present for that movie, so I would like to talk about that after we finish the movie.
Oh, okay. But mira, fácil. No. I mean, you know, this is a competent show, so come on. The 5th episode was okay. It wasn't a surprise, el reveal de que Steven is supposed to be like a thing that he crafted from his mind y que Mark is the actual persona. Even without the knowledge de yo saber que Mark is the actual guy, se entendía que Steven was the person que estaba inhibited or whatever. So it wasn't that big of a reveal. Que sea porque la mamá, pues, you know, hurt him y porque perdió que el hermano y por el trauma. No sé que era tanto trauma. It was a lot of fucking trauma que lo llevó a ese punto. Justifiably so. That's fine. Eso está interesante. Jugar con que están en el asylum y todo eso y tener esta jornada with the goddess y toda la cuestión was interesting. Pero ya estoy viendo que están cayendo todo en un trend. Todo este trend de que you know, in the next to last episode, we're always going to have this thing donde estamos, you know, digging up all the emotional weight del personaje before the final episode donde vamos a estar teniendo el boom boom chi pam pam. Pues ya se está volviendo costumbre. Pasó en WandaVision, pasó en Falcon and the Winter Soldier, pasó hasta en Loki, when they were in the fucking planet que estaba about to burst. Granted, eso fue episodio 4, no fue 5, but same thing happened. El catarsis pasó en ese episodio.
That's the Game of Thrones effect, bro.
Yeah.
I guess so, pero coño, Game of Thrones, sí, pero se ve tan marcado. It's like, okay,
Tone it down a notch.
filler, es establecer personaje, filler, emotional weighty episode before the finale, and then big fight at the end. Y siempre es lo mismo.
What I'm saying is Game of Thrones. Remember, like every time, every season, the big thing was the episode right before the last episode 9, when it was like
Sí, true,
the
true.
big thing, and then they had one episode after.
Como un epílogo. Yes,
Exactly.
Está bien,
I agree.
cabrón, está
A
bien.
veces era como episodio 8, but you're right. Siempre era como que towards the end, los últimos 2 o 3 episodios, donde pasaba the big bulk of the emotional arc o el action heavy set piece que iban a hacer. Es verdad, tienes toda razón ahí. Pero ya, pero Disney hacerlo tan back to back se ve demasiado formulaic. Es como que al punto de que yo puedo trazar y saber que Miss Marvel va a hacer la misma mierda. They're gonna establish a fucking character. De lo más seguro hay un easter egg de algo. Va a haber alguna referencia a Brie Larson. Va a tener un emotional weighty episode en el 5º episodio con sus padres o con sus amigos o con la escuela. Y después el 6º episodio va a pelear con el Big Bad que no sé cuál es. It's gonna be the same fucking thing over and over again. Es demasiado marcado. O sea, el 6º episodio yo lo vi creo que en 2 partes because I was just mentally not there anymore. Yo sabía que le iba a revivir porque era fucking obvio, pero nada, they had to take his time to revive him porque, you know, tiene que acelerar el plot con otra mierda.
I will say that's true. To interject, I will say that when he fell into the sand,
yeah,
I was like, oh, is this the what is his name from Loki?
King the Loki.
What the fuck is this fucked up nose guy?
Owen Wilson? Morbius?
What's his name? Mobius.
No,
I was
Mobius.
like, oh, is this the Mobius? When he fell, my back of my head was like, oh, this is the Mobius episode. Because this is where they take the person you love and they go, and they like take him out of the picture to then later bring him back.
Yeah.
I did admit that when I saw that, I was like, oh, espérate, I feel like this. That doesn't mean I didn't fucking love that episode because I was emotionally invested in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
I took the fucking bait. You know what I mean? Like I fell for it. But
hook, line, and sinker.
No, pero yo sabía.
Sinker, bro. Full blown.
No, yo sabía que no was gonna die, no iba a pasar nada así de esa índole. It was just fine. But you know, la pelea estaba okay. I thought to myself, you know, if you're gonna go bombastic, why doesn't Ethan Hawke have a suit? He looks like a bum on the street with a fucking staff. Entonces, la muchacha tiene un suit bien cabrón, Moon Knight tiene un suit y a él no le dan un fucking suit. Yo sé que él no le da
Eso es lo que pasa cuando tú hablas mierda de Disney.
He was like, weren't you the motherfucker talking shit about? Guess what? You don't get a suit now, asshole.
You don't get a suit. You're gonna get a stupid little staff and you're gonna get your ass beat.
Exactly.
Ya
you get to fight en una guayabera de hecho, mano.
Exacto, literal, eso es lo que tenía puesto. Fucking stupid. Ese, los avatars peleando como kaijus en la esquina fue tan estúpido porque I'm like, why does this fight matter? Porque in the grand scheme of things, it all depends si mete una pela a Ethan Hawke. Efectivamente, eso es lo que terminó pasando. So era como que esa pelea kaiju. I didn't understand it. I was very confused. No entendiendo por qué se estaban peleando los dos. Porque, okay, since they're both gods, I know that nothing's going to happen to any of them. Es de que ser algo externo a ellos because they're gods. You're just going to smack each other hasta que los avatars termine la pelea. So they were just wasting time en otro lado. Because they're gods, right?
No,
why would they?
No, because if you kill one of them, the avatar loses his powers.
Okay, pero they're gods. They're not gonna.
But okay, that's funny though. That I say that though because the solution was kill the avatar to then kill the god,
which is exactly what ended up happening.
Yeah, it's one of those weird symbiotic.
Por eso, but la pelea was fine. I admit, I cannot lie. I laughed cuando.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Falcon Lady salva el bus y después la nena le dice en Arab.
Egyptian god.
You're an Egyptian heroine. Superhero. Y ella dijo, yeah. Y yo como que cringe. Awesome. Vamos a seguir.
Yeah. I was like, I saw it. I was like, oh, I wasn't the best thing to put in there.
Was like, yeah.
So it did feel at a moment like Egyptian Avengers though. Like that's literally what it felt like at one point.
It felt lo que hicieron cuando hicieron en Zack Snyder, que estaba la nena preguntándole a Wonder Woman después de la explosión, dijo como que, wow, can I be like you? Es como que, it felt like that stupid thing. Yo como que,
yeah.
But don't do it. Just show the kid be in awe y ya está. Y quizás la muchacha la salva y siguen para adelante.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
And this is the question I asked Lex and Liquid.
Yeah.
Do you feel or do you think that people like, you know, I hate to like zone out Egypt, but like people in those regions that watch this, do you think they're cringing when they watch that shit? Or do you think that this has a certain level of representation to them where they're like, oh shit, like they took our culture into consideration and it's cool seeing them on the screen? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think they feel the same way that some of us feel when we see Miles eating fucking pasteles?
La cosa es que so I'm not the best person to ask, porque I'm the person that doesn't care about that shit. Pero, si a la gente le gusta cuando ven a Miles Morales, about the representation in Hollywood, I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay, wow.
That's irrelevant to me. Porque Hollywood, la interpretación de Hollywood. Okay, you want me to go into a rant? The interpretation de Hollywood is not my actual interpretation. Es una interpretación vaga de lo que son mis experiencias. So I'm not gonna delegar en Hollywood para yo tener la representación honesta de lo que es un puertorriqueño en la isla. Fuck that. I'm gonna get at best an interpretation of a New Yorican. At best, because I'm being nice about it.
Keep it cool.
It's true at best.
But you told me at one time, like we were in a private chat, and you were like, I really like me dio escalofrío when I saw Imael Miranda as a piragüero. Like that's what you said one time.
Sure. Escalofrío.
Imael Miranda.
Exacto, Imael Miranda. Ese mismo. Imagina, you can't even say his fucking name, can you?
I was like, who the fuck is Imael?
No. Mezcló Lin-Manuel Miranda con Milo Rivera. I don't know.
Anyway, Lin-Manuel, you said you got
fuck
really,
that. I didn't say that shit.
You called goosebumps when you saw Lin-Manuel at El Piragüero. You were like, that's me up there.
Yeah, that's me. Totally identified. Yo me acuerdo cuando yo tenía la piragüita y yo pasaba por el viejo San Juan.
You're like, that's me. I walk the streets of New York. I strive to have a piragua card.
Exacto. Like, I strive to have a
bring the flavors of my island to the streets of New York.
Which I'm pretty sure
with American-made syrups with starch and corn syrup in them. Like,
yum. Anyways, pues, I assume, I'm gonna go ahead and assume que, ¿verdad? Si gente de Egipto lo ve, pues they'll probably feel like, whoa, cool representation. I guess the only difference would be que ¿cómo ella se llama? Scarlet
Scarab.
Scarlet Scarab no es un personaje súper grande, ¿me entiendes? This is not like a Miles Morales, es como por ser un Spider-Man, pues tiene a little more weight to it. Pero, por ejemplo, Bad Bunny lo anunciaron como el wrestler, y la gente está pompeada porque es Bad Bunny, pero no está necesariamente pompeada porque it's that fucking character. No one fucking cares who that character is. Pero es más porque es Bad Bunny. So it might be...
This motherfucker's character has been in a total of 2 issues.
Exacto. So es como que, you know, pues es que le estoy fucking diciendo. There's no fans for that character, pero normal, whatever.
Después es un character mexicano.
Yeah, exacto. Which is fucking
cabrón.
Whatever, por eso.
But that's what Benito likes. Don't you know that? Benito has been in Narcos as a Mexican drug dealer. Benito will be in Bullet Train again as a Mexican cartel leader. And now Benito will be in a Sony superhero movie as a Mexican masked wrestler.
But you best believe que
Benito has either a Mexican father we don't know about, or Mexican grandparents that he can't come out openly and say my parents are from Mexico, because then Puerto Rico will say you're a fucking vende patria, you're from here. You are not Mexican.
That's what happens. Hollywood was like, all you guys are from Mexico. Let's get it correct. Guadalajara, Cuba,
San Juan.
I feel it was strategic.
Like fucking Goya.
I'm going to agree with what you're about to say, because it's the same. I think you're about to say the same fucking suspicion I had when they announced it.
So, yo creo que el leverage es que lo vieron en Bullet Train y dijeron, queremos colaborar más con Bad Bunny. Le dijeron, okay, what you wanna do? Y él dice, honestamente, I fucking wanna be in a movie, pero más allá que eso, I wanna do el soundtrack de Spider-Verse. Así que, ¿cómo vamos a hacer esta mierda? Ok, pues mira.
That's not what I thought, but okay.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Cool. Confía que ese soundtrack, if he doesn't do it the whole way through, la canción que va a estar cogiendo ese trailer va a ser La Chocha de Puerto Rico.
Pretty close. Maybe a merengue in there now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a win. They was like, yo, let's just, Sony don't give a fuck what kind of Latin it is. They were just, let's do a fucking Latin hero. This motherfucker just broke like Drake's record.
Yeah.
Biggest artist in the fucking universe right now. Exacto. They was like, yo, do we have any Puerto Rican characters right now that are cool? Didn't this motherfucker wrestle? Give this nigga a luchador.
Exacto. Y como son dos issues, como dice Miguel, no hay expectativas.
Shit on the character. No way to shit on the character.
There you
There's
go.
no expectations.
That was my play. I said, this motherfucker, this is either a stupid move, and that sounds like, no. This is a smart move. Why? Because he has free reign with the story of this character. Mm-hmm. No comic book fan or no hardcore comic book fan can come up to him. No fanboys can be like, you fucked up his story, asshole. Exactly. That's not the way it goes. You had to say in this.
Yeah.
God damn it. You could have fucking changed. But no, now you're attached. No. There
No one's
is
gonna
no
give a
true
fuck.
story.
No
He can
one's
fucking
gonna
make
fuck.
up. He can rip the story out of his ass that he
Yep.
wants to, and that could be like. And if it fails, fine, it failed because it's not a huge character. If it
Exacto.
wins, he can take all the credit. It can
Exacto.
literally be that was a Bad Bunny production, baby. That was
Yep.
all me. That was all me. Didn't you see me wrestling before I started that shit? I brought the wrestling. I brought the millions and millions of wrestling fans to the comic book world. That was me. El
Así
Muerto.
mismo. Yep.
You know
I
what's
agree.
El Muerto? My fucking career.
Pero yo creo
Cabrón,
que
yo
también es
tengo
porque they want to
fucking
keep,
fandom.
Sony wants to keep him close porque como tienen Spider-Verse y obviamente he's one of the biggest stars, he's fucking puertorriqueño, they have todas las fichas para que ese cabrón haga el soundtrack. Y sabe
Sí.
Dios salga como uno de los Spider-Man en algún multiverso de eso. I mean, isn't there 240 characters? I'm pretty sure they could give Bad Bunny a fucking
Spider
line or
Bunny.
two in the movie.
Spider Bunny.
Sure, Spider-Bunny. Yeah,
Igual como
make
hicieron
Spider-Bunny.
con Post Malone cuando hizo la canción de Sunflower con Swaley.
Exacto. Por eso mismo,
So, oh my God, Sunflower remix with Bad Bunny. Jesus Christ.
Sí.
All right.
You never know.
So, I would like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Dale.
When I said the last time we spoke about this same type of Bad Bunny, I said, you see them here, you see them in The Simpsons, his next step will be in a fucking Marvel movie. Thank you very much. I should have put money on it. I would have been a rich man.
Oh,
Y
yeah.
después, el próximo paso, but this is going to be the ultimate step. Él va a salir en Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Va a salir en Dragon Ball Super, ¿ok? No sé
No.
cómo. Sí,
No.
cállate la boca.
No.
Hablando de
no,
un personaje en español.
Él va a salir antes.
Okay, antes de eso.
I'm not sure about the release date, but I'm assuming that the next Transformers movie will be before the El Muerto movie, right?
No, yo creo que el muerto llega primero.
Okay, so after El Muerto, he's the Kakobot in the Transformers movies. He's a Mitsubishi. No, he's a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
And the voiced by Bad Bunny. And it's the Corolla from his music video.
Awesome. Okay, vamos allá. I can see it.
No illusions of grandeur here, people. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pero definitivamente lo que estás diciendo es lo que probablemente va a pasar. Lo más cercano. So the whole El Muerto thing and the reason why he picked it. And I guess I'm thinking como quiera que lo del soundtrack va a pasar.
So,
it's too obvious. It'd actually be stupid if they actually release that fucking trailer con ninguna canción de Bad Bunny y no anuncia que hay un soundtrack con Bad Bunny. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world.
I'll be honest with you. I feel very taken advantage of by Benito because he's forcefully entered every one of my nerd orifices.
Okay.
Like he's been in the fucking Simpsons. He's a Marvel character now. I like fucking gangster shit. He's been in Narcos. He's literally like he's been in wrestling. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I'll admit when I saw that he was wrestling, I watched it and I was impressed. Yeah. Like you said, without being joking about the Transformers, like what else can he rape from our geek culture?
Te estoy diciendo que en Dragon Ball Z, that motherfucker loves Dragon Ball Z. Lo que pasa es que está difícil porque ya sos Japón, ¿verdad? Pero who knows? Who fucking knows, honestamente?
Cabrón, doesn't one of his songs have like a whole lyric in fucking Japanese?
De Naruto? No, él no hace una referencia a Naruto, creo que.
Naruto.
Fucking diciendo. Y he's a fucking weep también. Por eso es que a mí no me sorprendería que he did something con un anime o hicieron todo un fucking music video.
It's gotta, I think... It's gotta. Oh my God! I got it, yo.
Dale, tírale pecho.
Coming soon.
Dale.
Bad Bunny is voicing a character in My Hero Academia.
El Spanish dub, let's go.
Cállate la boca.
Oh my
Ahí sí que te digo, cállate la boca.
Mama Jax.
Not even. You could be like. You could introduce like. Have these characters like? Okay, here a total ignorant person about My Hero Academia.
Dale.
These characters like they kind of do live in a version of Asia, right?
No, they live in Asia because they have it in America.
Oh, so there's already been like American characters?
This guy, fucking,
they reference.
All for one says that his shit is the California Smash, the Denver.
Exacto, sí.
Whatever. Like,
porque le he pasado en Estados Unidos.
So what's the thing? All Might is
All Might, yes.
All Might is American?
No.
He's
like
been
He's not American, pero
he studied abroad. That's where he met his best friend, que fue el primero que él fue el que le estaba haciendo los suits.
So there's a possibility, at least. Look at me. There's a possibility that you know Latinos
the Puerto Rican
transfer.
Where are you from? I'm from the UA. I'm from one.
Exacto.
We study at the
Stop.
Tombola.
Tómbola.
Hola, cabrón.
Oh my god, bro! I would not be fucking surprised, bro. Like honestly, like it'd be very. Oh my lord, bro!
Sería
I
Dragon Ball, hablando claro.
I don't. You know what it is? I understand that would be with Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball feels lately like the niche is more towards like Dragon Ball doesn't feel like it has a younger crowd attached to it anymore. It feels like the demographic is more of like 30s and like people that were attached to the original that are still hanging on to the new stuff that's being brought in. My Hero Academia feels like it's like attached to all ages, like old weebs, young weebs, and new weebs coming in. Like, you know what I'm saying? That feels like the bigger power play to me.
Mira, yo te lo voy a poner de la manera más sencilla.
The Spanish dub to one of those fucking guys in Demon Slayer, man. I go.
Ya está.
Sí,
Bro,
yo también te iba a decir Demon Slayer, pero te lo voy a poner de la manera más sencilla. Va a poner, fuck that. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball es el anime de los cacos. So it makes sense. Así mismo como Yu-Gi-Oh! El juego de cartas de los cacos.
Sí.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
No, y es legit porque mira Almighty. Tuvo un torneo hace poco de Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sí, es verdad.
Ya.
A motherfucker has a third eye literally tattooed on. Oh, no, that's a cross. My bad.
Yeah. No, you're being legit. You're being legit.
Yo, somebody the other day said, "Oh, what is it? What was it about? I think it was about Moon Knight. Oh, a whole bunch of Egyptian alter like personalities fighting over a shell with a god. I saw that shit when it was called Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, oh, you son of a bitch! I was like, wow! I was like, whoa, that's a 1-to-1 comparison.
Brain blast.
It's funny that you say the third eye shit because I was right about to talk about that shit. When the movie fucking Multiverse of Madness is right about to end and this fucking guy, like, everything is done and Steve is just fucking walking down the street and the third eye pops out, I was like, this shit felt like Transformers. Like, it felt like mid-sentence, it just fades to black.
That shit felt like a scary movie. I thought he was gonna get hit by a car.
Yo lo vi bien Sam Raimi, the whole thing with the eye, como que gritando. It felt very Evil Dead. Again, I know, pero that was the way it felt. Yeah.
I feel that was cool. And then, I mean, I have no problem with Charlize Theron. It was a pretty, like, I understood it from the comics. You know what I'm saying? I got the reference. Not too many people gonna get it, but I felt like that felt tacked on.
Yeah.
It could have been the reshoot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but it felt like you just showed us like, oh shit, like he's having an excruciating moment. He doesn't know, and then the next movie he's like, yeah, check this shit out.
Right? And it was like, yo, he already went very weird. This is like Wanda again, yo. I literally just saw him. Oh, next thing he's like, yo, I thought he was gonna start doing the emo shit like fucking Toby.
Eso es lo que parecía, estaba construida de esa forma, by the way.
I was like,
I gotta pick up my sandwich at Subways.
Yeah.
Dead ass, bro. Yeah. Fucking fake. Mid-sentence, next thing.
And it was the first. I said that yesterday. It really was the first time in a Marvel post-credit scene que yo estaba bien perdido. Yo estaba, who the fuck are you?
I told that to Miguel, like right after.
It's a little bit of a deep cut. Like
that's a big deep cut. Right after I saw the movie, I called Miguel in the parking lot, and I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck that was. Yeah, I know it was Charlize Theron. I don't know who the fuck that was.
See. I told you it's Clea or whatever. He was like, the fucking Jamaican bitch that used to do the infomercials. I'm like,
no, Miss Cleo, bro.
Call me.
Oh, buddy.
Pero viene.
So.
Orengo, ¿cuánto le da de 10 bananas? ¿Cuántas le da?
Banana. Yo le puse el Letterboxd 35, so that would be 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
¿Cuánto banana tú das al karaoke?
Wait, do one movie at a fucking time, goddammit.
Diablo.
When can you talk about the movie? That's my question.
Oh, they're gonna talk about the movie. They're gonna talk about it right now.
So it's que there's a twist. Get a director.
Yeah. You gotta wait for our reviews next week. That's how it goes. XVandRichport.com, baby. You don't get these gifts for free.
Muy bien. Así me gusta.
Sally, what do you give the Doctor Strange movie?
because it's on my alley. O sea, quitándole el cringiness, quitándole the things that the how bad the script got. I would say a 7
7 out of what?
out of 10.
dude.
Okay.
Que va a ser 7 out of 20.
I don't know.
Por poco digo
Like a
resumen
7.
por joder,
She
pero
can love it so much. She can love it so much. It could be a 7 out of 5. We don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
like I really like the movie. This was the movie for me for how gross it got. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Respectful. Lex.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7 too. Again, I really liked it aesthetically. I was digging the violence. I was digging the zombie look, the horror. Even though it wasn't gory, it was like Orengo said. It was brutal. It was cool to see. There was a lot of coolness in the movie. But since I didn't get that emotional connection, I can only give it a 7.
Yeah. Miguel, what about you?
I give it 3 incursions out of 5.
Okay.
You sitting on that one.
No.
Sitting on that one. I can't wait to
It's,
whip that
it's
one.
what I do. It's my signature, son. All right.
Sir.
For better or for worse, my signature.
All right. So yeah. So
We're not going to talk about the Thrive shit. We're just really not going to talk about it. I would like to know.
we should talk about it off air. And since it premieres next week, we could just dabble a little bit about it because it comes out the day before. So we'll talk a little bit about it on air. Y'all just gonna have to wait till next week to see our reviews.
But there's gonna be reviews because I'm gonna write something up.
The reviews are coming out. I got my reaction out, but the full review is coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we should talk about that later. Is it
okay? I'm just gonna leave you guys with this weird thought. I'm just gonna leave you guys with this weird thought. So I am doing stuff for Orengo, right?
Hey,
I'm sketching and doing shit. If you look at the Taino moon goddess, the symbol, parece una jodida empanadilla. That's it for me today.
Nice. Good to know.
Look it up.
En
The
la
Taino moon
empanadilla.
goddess.
En
It
la
looks like a
empanadilla.
fucking turnover. I am not joking. Look it up.
And the
Yeah,
empanadilla is a crescent moon, half a moon.
I
Exactly.
see it.
And then
More like
Not only does it look like a moon, not only it looks like a patelillo, it looks like somebody's
¿Qué
holding it.
pastelillo, empanadilla? Rayo palta. Deja de...
looks like a pastelillo.
That
we're
shit is
gonna
a
start that
patelillo.
fight?
Look at the
madre.
this shit is a patelillo. Wait, I gotta take
Patelillo.
I gotta show a picture.
Wait. It's a pastelillo? Is it relleno?
Empanadilla, puñeta.
That
Una
shit is
empanadilla,
a
bro.
patelillo.
Empanadilla.
Wait,
Deja la mierda. Ya está yendo para
here's my I can't believe we're gonna end it on this fucking argument.
Yes.
Here's my standard for empanadilla versus pastelillo. Pastelillo is big and thin, and empanadilla tends to be like empanadilla de pizza, like small and thick, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my definition.
I'm gonna tell you how I think. I see a patelillo is the one that the crust is with a fork, and a panadilla is the one that overlaps. That's how I see the difference between.
Empanadilla. Empanadilla, cabrón. That shit is empanadilla. Empanadilla.
Oh shit, that's funny. It does look like fucking empanadilla.
Empanadilla.
Sí, jodiendo.
Or it's a taco.
Or taco. You can do taco.
Could be either
Pero
or.
it ain't un pastelillo. That guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's motherfuckers from fucking Manatí. Like they call it panadilla. Like I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Empanadilla,
This is a
la
whole
masa es lo que
Lex vive una
importa.
montaña. Yo no sé dónde carajo él vive.
He doesn't live in a montaña.
This is a whole nother thing. We're gonna have to look for it now. Patelillo versus
No.
fucking.
No, let's not do this.
Esa mierda ya
Let's not
está
do
decidida.
this.
None of us
Esa
are
mierda
from
está
Ponce. Who
decidida.
gives a shit?
Esa mierda de que es por el, como lo sellan, no, es la jodida masa. Majayo
Really?
palta. Los pastelillos se hacen con hojaldre.
There you go.
What the hell is hojaldre?
¡Ah!
What the fuck is hojaldre?
After school club, after hours,
It's
what we
a
talk about is
pastry.
food.
Like, por eso,
Yes.
hojaldre is pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, besides at an empanadilla stand, everybody tell them where you can find yourselves.
You can find me everywhere on social media as Liquid Nebula, Liquid Nebula Dice. That is my wife's Instagram. You can get some dice at liquid-nebula.com. And yeah, where everybody. Tres carajo, eso, that's a Photoshop thing. That is not real.
Que conste que ambas son empanadillas. Así que vamos.
Ajá, ambas son empanadillas.
Ambas son empanadillas, pero dale, let's go.
Mira, busca hojaldre. Do it right now, motherfucker. Busca 100, and you're gonna see the fucking pastelillos de carne, like como se supone.
You guys should see. No disrespect to the Mexican community. I love you guys. I live in Little Mexico practically, but you guys should see what the Mexican community considers an empanadilla. It's made out of corn. It's like
everything in Mexico is out of corn.
It's like It's like a hard corn shell. And it's relleno de carne. It's not cool. It sucks.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Pastelillos is with a fork, bro. To the day I die.
That's fantastic. Orengo, where can they find you?
That's an episode right there. We need to go. We need to do a live episode and just journey to place.
Orengo, where can they find you?
That could be a cool food vlog. You can find me here. You can find me in Cinema Podcast. You can find me in The Movie Guy. You can find me in Cine Nerds también. You can find me anywhere and everywhere. I'm in all the places.
This is the hardest man in podcast Puerto Rico, yo.
Oh yeah.
Actually, son. I saw a article, or I don't think it was an article. It was a Facebook post or an Instagram post. Did you interview somebody from the States, a director?
No, it was an actress. It was an actress.
An actress? Oh, look at the fucking like the glowing modesty.
The glow. It was an actress from a movie that just came out. Something exactly. In New York. Was it New York Minute? Some shit?
It's called A New York Minute. It's on VOD now.
Look at the smile. Look at
the shit eating grin, bro.
It's an okay movie. No pa tanto. No puedo decir como que la amé. It's okay.
I've never seen all of Orengo's teeth like that in my life, bro. Like the lips just disappeared. All you saw was
all he needed was the red hat. It was Dick Dastardly. Like all he needed was money.
Pero yeah, yo le hice un interview a ella for the Nerdy Basement. Que I frequently collaborate there doing reviews. But they told me to do an interview. I was gonna do an interview with the director and the actress, but the director couldn't be there, so I did it with the actress. It was great. I don't think it's come out yet. Pero cuando it comes out, I'll let you guys know. I'll post it on my social media stuff. She's really cool. Le metió duro. She was with Ludi Lin, so we talked a little bit about Ludi Lin.
Damn, Ludi Lin looked different. I seen like some interviews. I was like, shit, he looks different.
Yeah. Cuando él estaba en esa película, obviamente estaba más joven, slightly younger, porque lo grabó before Mortal Kombat, so he looked a little bit different. Pero it's really cool. But yeah, check it out. Miguel.
Nice.
Oh, well, you can find me here in Universe 787. After School Club. This is my home. This is where I exclusively give you all the goodness and all the fucking Hollywood pitches.
Yeah, and you can find us here. XB and Rich Report. Apparently not on Facebook today. YouTube, Twitch. Follow us on Instagram where you can see reviews, you can see posts, and we will be back next Wednesday with another episode of That School Club where we're going to be talking about the experimental film of El Karaoke. Mm-hmm. And to leave you guys, patelillos are with forks.